Man, we here, man. My bad, I'm late, dog. I'm gonna get better about the time, dog. We rocking. I see y'all in here. All my political partners. We rocking, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, Urban Politicians TV. Make sure y'all rocking with me on the Studio 56 podcast, my nigga Pookie podcast. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to that. Everything going down. We gonna pop tonight, man. We gonna pop some shit, man. We rolling. We here, OG Breezy, I see you. Christina Lou, I see you. Anthony Gibbs, I see you. Kobe Finney, I see you. Zay Scorn, I see you. X-Man, what's good, G? We rocking, man. AAHH, Chad Henry, Rod Berry, everybody in here, man. All my political partners, y'all know how we rocking, man. We gonna vibe for a little bit, let this thing turn up, and we gonna get to it. Y'all know how we do, man. I need everybody that's sitting here right now, type where you from, type your city, type your neighborhood, type your business, type your YouTube channel, hit the comment section, light it up, man. Talk your shit, rep your shit. J to the RG, what's good, man? Wherever y'all from, I need to know, man. Let a nigga know where y'all from in this motherfucker tonight. City, state, neighborhood, section, crew, all that. We rocking, man. We got a lot on the motherfucking docket tonight. It's gonna be a lot of shit to talk. Dade County in this motherfucker, what's good? South Africa, what's good? I see you. Woodstock, Georgia for shit show. Shout out Milwaukee, Wisconsin too. You know we rocking all trill shit. Connecticut for shit show. Shout out to Little Rock, Arkansas, man. Shout out to Georgia for shit show. I know we fucking with GA, man. Chicago, the Gooch, my nigga, the Gooch, what's good? You gonna have to tap back in again, Gooch. Raleigh, North Carolina, what the fuck up, man? I know we fuck with North Carolina, nigga. That ain't shit, man. Yeah, hit the like or the dislike button, nigga. I don't give a motherfuck, nigga. Like my nigga BP. Jersey, what's good? Y'all know we rocking with Jersey, man. All my Jersey niggas, man. We everywhere with this shit, man. Hey, I'm gonna get into Nas. I'm gonna get on Nas later tonight too before we tap out. I got a big, strong motherfucking bone to pick with Nas with that motherfucking Hip Hop Is Dead album. Nas dropped that album in December of 2006, nigga. And I got a problem with that shit in 2021. Nas, your ass should have never made that statement. You owe the motherfucking game an apology, Nas. Courtney Beavers, what's good? Gooch, what's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to Chicago, man. My nigga Gooch, man. Gooch, hey, now tap in, bro. If you can, I'm finna put the link in this motherfucker. We finna get to it, y'all. Hit that like button if you ain't hit that motherfucker yet. If you ain't hit that like button. Hold on, man. That's that Money Man, Grass Valley, Screwed and Chopped. Hold on. They ain't let me do the link. What the fuck? Hell nah, y'all tripping. What the fuck? Oh, why they ain't letting me? Why they saying it's an error? Hold on, man. Try this shit one more time, man. We finna get to it, man. Oh, man, they ain't letting me put the link on. What the fuck? Man, that shit weak as fuck, bro. God damn. They done fucked up my whole vibe with that bullshit.
What is it saying?
That whole saying an error occurred. That nigga called me Finney a motherfucker. Hold on, y'all. Give me just a second, man. That hoe was not working, bro. That shit fucked up. I guess we just gotta rock, man. I just gotta talk, man. I guess Lil Reese situation was the biggest news of the day. We'll get into it. I saw the videos, I saw the stories. Everything just didn't add up. That's why I pulled back on doing my video on the Lil Reese situation. Y'all know when I cover that type of stuff with Lil Reese or anybody getting shot, y'all know my approach to that shit. Like I say, man, the streets is always the streets, dog. The streets, I understand that the streets and the rap is together now. The streets and rap have became one, but I still understand the difference. And I understand why why some niggas are stuck in the streets, why niggas are still going through street shit. And a lot of niggas, they just look at it as this is entertainment for me. But I'm able to put myself around these situations more than niggas I think, bro. Like I feel like we'll get into the Joe Budden shit in a second. But like I feel like me just losing partners in the streets, me having family members losing their life, going to prison and shit, me seeing the shit and knowing niggas who done been killed and shot, me being around shootouts before, niggas and people being right next to me getting shot. I don't take all that shit for play, but I understand a lot of niggas, this shit is just entertainment, YouTube views, YouTube money, clout, wanting to be part of the trending topic. I understand that's what that is for some niggas. I take the shit a little bit more serious. So I try to be as responsible as possible. If I report on whether it's Lil Reese getting shot or anybody in Chicago, anybody in Houston, Dallas, LA, Florida, Atlanta, because I know that's a real situation, bro. And I think like a real person, bro. Like I'm a real person. I don't give a fuck about all these titles niggas be having. I'm a real motherfucking person. So, hey, nigga, that's somebody's son at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody nephew, somebody cousin, somebody uncle, somebody grandson. So it ain't, I always be like, okay, I know, and I would be fake if I sit up and said, I don't know that violence gonna possibly go up on the platform, but you gotta do your job of speaking on it at times. But I'm the nigga that's gonna make sure I do that shit respectfully and correctly. That's just how I move and rock. So with the Lil Reese situation, I read a few of the reports. I seen what they said. They said he got grazed, but at the same time, I saw the video. I did not see blood coming from his body. I did see his face. I heard what the person said to him and things like that. That's some most definitely street shit going on. And I'm like, I'll wait till a little bit more clarity come out on it. It's nothing more irritating to me when I see like 100 different stories on something uh, and all this other shit up there. Like niggas create their own narratives. Niggas came up with this storyline, that storyline, and then the news is reporting something completely different, and then niggas don't know this, and then niggas don't know that. Nigga just gotta wait and see, and I don't know what it's about, bro. You know, the report said they was in a stolen vehicle, and that could have been the reason for this happening. I seen the other homie that was there with him. He looked like he possibly had the graze across his face from a gunshot and all type of shit. I don't know, man. We just got to see. You know what I'm saying? For sure, Kobe Finney, condolences, man.
At least my nigga alive.
Yeah, at least he's alive, man. I don't, bro. They not letting me link nobody in this hole, bro. I don't really know. When it comes to like the stuff in Chicago and things like that, I understand that street shit, but I do know, like, on the other side of that, that's really none of my business. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with Ant. You know what I'm saying? That ain't none of my motherfucking business what they got going on or nothing like that, bro. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the streets, only thing that I could even speak on is shit that get made public. A lot of these niggas, even me, I've done those type of videos before. Niggas dissing on niggas after they get shot and everything. And I've tried to keep it respectful as possible. But now, the older I get, the more responsible I get. I won't even make them type of videos no more, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the videos that are senseless. Like, this shit is not really teaching nobody nothing. Nobody's gaining nothing from this shit. It's just some super messy, disrespectful shit. And I just kind of feel at this point, bro, I'll stay away from all that. I just report on the major news and everything like that. I'm really getting to the point where I know I got to cover it still, but I don't even be wanting to report on nothing street that's going on. Like, certain shit, I'm like, I don't even want to speak on it at all.
Believe it or not, that's why a lot of people watch your channel.
Yeah. I feel like, niggas got channels they can go to go get all that gritty and the back and forth mess and all that other shit. And then, I know when niggas come to urban politicians, they kind of coming for more of a player type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that's just all I'm putting on that. But for shit show, it's so yeah, man.
Highlight violence if nothing can be taught from this.
Yeah. I don't want to highlight violence, bro, and just promote violence on my platform. And I ain't giving nobody no type of game. It's niggas that watch this channel that's 15 years younger than me. It's niggas that's 8 years younger than me. It's niggas that 4 years younger than me. And they can use some knowledge, bro. Some of these niggas is just looking at this shit like a quick come up. And to each his own, bro. Do what you do. But this is why I don't like comparisons, bro. I don't like comparisons because I don't feel like I'm in the same lane as a lot of these niggas, man. What's good, Kai Derby? Tony Snow, what's good? Old Dirty Wash Dasher, what's good? Man, I wish I could join somebody in this motherfucker right now, man, but I can't. So that's that with Lil Reese. I think we all see what went on. They said he supposed to be all right. More details will come out. I'll probably drop a video after I'll probably drop a video after the more details come out. Maybe if Lil Reese speak out, we'll see what the police say. I'll drop a video after that on that Lil Reese situation, man.
Was he stable?
Yeah, they said he's stable. They said he good. They said he was good. So we'll see. We'll speak on that once more details come out and things can be proven as factual and shit like that. That's just how I be rocking with it, man. So Joe Budden, I guess. Let's get to it. Damn, I really want somebody to tap in on this topic, bro. I'm fucking upset they're not letting me let nobody link with this hoe, bro.
Bro, what the fuck kind of error you like?
That hoe keep saying fucking error, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna try this shit one more time, bro. Copy the clipboard. Saying copy.
Old school Instagram video style.
A nigga had to take all that shit down, bro. That shit is fucking crazy. That shit would be like.
That's StreamYard, right?
Yeah, I'm on StreamYard. So if I go take this hoe down. Nigga can't even link niggas on the regular thing, though, like on video.
Oh, no, it's not going to show up on the YouTube.
Yeah, I can't link niggas on the video. Hey, damn, I did want to get Gooch on this hoe, bro. Gooch, Gooch, you got IG, bro? I was gonna tell you, call me on Instagram. I need somebody to quarterback this shit with me. I believe Rory.
Yeah, shout out to Goose, man. He came with some good input that one time.
And Ma and Joe on some shady shit. Oh, you say you believe Rory and Ma. This is one of them things. It's good for them to tell their side of the story. Like I've been saying, sitting back silent when somebody's publicly speaking on your character and saying some fucked up shit about you, then you got one of the loudest personalities in the culture saying fucked up shit about you, and you ain't saying nothing back. It's like people ain't gonna have no choice but to believe that shit.
Right. On the podcast, when Maul kept talking about the narrative that Joe was letting be put out there, he was really wanting to say academics. You feel me?
Yeah.
He just kept saying the narrative, nigga. It's one nigga that's really pushing that card as far as like you niggas ain't shit, y'all are workers.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlemagne, but they wasn't talking about that.
Charlemagne wasn't pushing that line. Charlemagne said his little shit.
It's coming for Joe more than it's coming for
Yeah. His issue was with Joe. Okay, Gooch, I got you, my nigga. I'm finna add you on this YouTube, on this IG video, nigga. I'm finna add you on this IG video. Good shit.
Yeah, Joe was trying to son them niggas, man.
I see you calling right there, nigga. It's on the floor.
You need to hang me up?
Nah, we good.
What up, boy?
What's the deal, man? You got to cut that volume down on that. Hold on. Pokey in this hoe. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Studio 56 podcast, man. We'll be back rolling as soon as I get over this little shit. We back rolling on there every Monday.
No, that.
So, Gooch.
Yo. What up, nigga?
Were you able to check out that video today?
Yeah, I checked it out, man.
What did you take? First of all, did you pay for it or did you watch it for free?
It was free. I saw it on YouTube. The link that I called it, Rory and Maul shit you talking about, right?
Yeah, we talking about Maul and Rory podcast. It was on Vimeo.
Yeah, I caught it on YouTube because I actually didn't even know it was out.
Okay.
But when I went on my YouTube, it was all the video was there, so I watched it on there. It was like 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Almost an hour. But yeah, I checked it out.
Okay. So, what was one of the main things that stood out to you from what Rory and Maul had to say?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a couple things that stood out. So the first thing that stood out is when Maul was talking, right? He said something. He made a reference to you remember when Joe said, man, you was hiding detergent.
Mm-hmm.
And Maul said, nigga, we don't want to talk about what people was hiding. It was real quick, but it stood out, and he kept going. He didn't even, he didn't get into it. He didn't do a deep dive, but it was real quick. But I heard that, and that just let me know, like, that was Maul's way of saying, like, nigga, you had a lot too. Don't forget, I know your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was really, really homies, bro. Like, right. Don't forget that I got some dirt on you too, bro. Let's not start going, but that ain't really Maul's style. You can tell he just ain't that type of nigga, So, but yeah, that stuck out to me. The part when they was talking about again, when Maul was saying like, dude, damn, which one was it, man? It was another good ass point that Maul made. Shit, I'll give mine.
Yeah.
It was one of those ones he was talking about the business, but yeah, man, I noticed Wario energy through the whole thing. It's like, man, I kind of seen that. I think Joe kind of got Rory brainwashed, bro, or he just really, really look up to Joe because it's not like no matter what happened, no matter what Joe said about him, he made his little references, he threw his shots, but he would never fully just turn on Joe. And I don't think Maul had the attitude. Maul was done with it.
I think the reason why Rory does not want to shit on Joe is because Rory is white and he knows. One thing I noticed about Rory, he's always stayed that very fine line because of race. He's always done that for years. I'm a podcast listener before 100 episodes. So I've always seen when certain black topics would come up, Rory would make sure he keep his fucking mouth shut. Rory has worked in this industry for a while in corporate America on the corporate side with labels. I feel like that's the thing that Rory's doing. Rory is basically saying, hey, bro, I'm going to say what I got to say, but I'm going to keep it clean and professional because I know that I'm white. And at the end of the day, motherfuckers is not going to be cool with a white man getting on here shitting on a black man in business. Exactly. I feel like Rory knows that he's not gonna say that, and that might not be the whole issue of why he don't just fully go in on Joe, but I feel like that's a big part of it.
Yeah, because he don't want the culture to come. Yeah, true. Because the time we living in, the culture, what Twitter can't wait to flame them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole culture gonna go in where you trying to divide the black again. It's gonna be all these memes and posts.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to divide the black man. Here we go with the white, so it's gonna be all those references. So you're totally right though with that one. You're right about that one.
I do feel also that Rory is looking at this shit like, bro, I really don't got to go back and forth with you because everything is documented on the paperwork side.
Right.
I feel like Rory looks at it like, too, he's younger. Rory's about early 30s, maybe 30, 31. He 30, I think 31, maybe going on 32. He looking at Joe like, okay, you're an older person and you're an older man, and I know that you real fucking emotional.
Right.
And I think that plays a little role with him and Joe also with the way that he handles it. I just felt like Maul is the laid back nigga. He don't want to say shit, didn't want to ever get aggressive, but he got pushed to the point once it got so bad because that nigga Joe, bro, in our culture, and a lot of people didn't understand it, I don't think. And a lot of niggas nowadays, they not really raised the same way, and they not really like cut the same, or they don't have the same mentality. The shit that Joe said on that Shaking the Tree episode, I probably would have wanted to fight that nigga myself.
With the one with
the first one back. The first one back when he told them niggas like, I don't owe y'all respect as a friend. And then Maul said, my nigga. Maul was like, my nigga, because Joe was acting like he didn't know what the big deal was. And then Maul was like, my nigga, you told me the podcast was none of my business.
Right, yeah, that was the man. That was blow, bro.
And I felt like when you say that, when you say those type of things, it's kind of like, bro, you hitting the point of no return.
Yeah.
And like I told everybody on my shit, the main thing that I wanted people to understand with me was, for one, we didn't get all sides yet, but I want to be very clear. I've been following the platform and I'm still a fan of it. And if Joe Budden dropped a podcast episode on YouTube, when I'm in the crib chilling, I'm going to watch it.
Right.
Still to this day. This is not for me to tell y'all I'm going to stop listening to the Joe Budden podcast. I'm going to always tap in. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I'm a fan. I watched them niggas build it. And these problems they having, these are not my first videos on the Joe Budden podcast topic. These are not my first videos. I've been dropping videos when they signed deals, when they ended deals, when Joe had different issues going on in the game, the shit that was going on with Complex. Like, I was covering everything going on with the Joe Budden podcast. So I'm always be tapped in, but at the same time, Joe has always presented it like it's a team effort.
Right.
And so I asked everybody in the chat this, and then I asked you this, Gooch and BP this. If from what Marl and Rory said from their side of the story, if did everybody that listened clearly, were Marl and Rory workers on contract, and technically were they workers, and was Joe Budden their boss?
I think in his mind it was, but in their mind it wasn't.
Okay, on paper, from what they said, I can only go off of what they said. Joe Budden never spoke on the technicalities of the situation. Joe Budden never broke down how the financial agreements. Joe Budden never got into those details. All Joe Budden got into was how, hey, I took care of these niggas, I overpaid these niggas, and I looked out for these niggas, and they rich, and da-da-da. That's what Joe Budden said.
Truthfully, they was technically partners, though, Big
No,
Ant.
they were. No, it's not technically. They were partners. If what they said is true, they said we get profit share, meaning we're paid off of percentages. We're not even salary. That means we are partners. That means you are not my boss.
Nobody can tell nobody shit.
Marley Cole, you didn't process that information properly. You're not if you on paper and you are getting a percentage of what the company makes, that's a different amount every month. Percentages mean I own a piece of this shit. Am I correct?
And that's why Joe don't want to open the books up, because them books gonna show that he haven't been giving them their right percentages.
Yeah.
It's some bread missing, man. It's some bread missing. He don't want to write that check. That's how it really boiled down to. That's why he like, man, just get the fuck on. Whatever gonna get y'all away from my books, you fired. Get away, get on. Whatever we can figure out, because you can't go through these books, because I might have to owe y'all a couple $1 million. And I don't want to go into my account and get y'all a couple $1 million.
Maul made a very good point, and it'd be crazy when I make these videos because I can't remember to cover all this shit. Maul made a good point when we selling out a venue with 10,000 people, but I'm getting paid the same when we doing a venue with 1,500 people.
Right.
Nah, that's not how it works. It's a percentage. Them niggas were partners. Now, they probably didn't have their hands in every dollar that came in, and like they said, they agreed to let Joe Budden own all the intellectual shit, but they're supposed to be getting a percentage of the profits.
Right.
That's like, hey, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all what that is like. Only thing is they was players. That's like a nigga buying a piece of a motherfucking basketball or football team. I've invested a certain percentage into this shit, and guess what? A percentage comes back to me every month. It's a form of investing.
Right. But you know, on the flip side of that, though, Big Ant,
yeah.
What about if Joe telling them, well, look, okay, with the show, so I'm going to be devil's advocate. Yeah, we sold more tickets this show, maybe because the venue was big. We could pack more people, which means I had to pay more people. I had to pay these performers to come out. I had to pay the sound man. I had to pay this. I had to pay that.
It don't matter because they are percentage based, meaning whatever it makes, whatever they agreed on. If they agreed on a percentage of the tour, they supposed to get the same percentage off of the profit shares.
The profit, right?
So if we made 50,000 a night, if our percentage is 20%. We supposed to get 20% of 50,000. If we made 100,000 a night, we get 20% of 100,000. Right. That's just what it is. Like, it ain't no this or that. If we did a deal with Patreon, and Patreon said, "Hey man, y'all finna get 50,000 this month," then hey, we supposed to get 20% of that. Joe Budden agreed upon that. He was with that, and shit, that was in the contract. So them niggas have the right to ask. He didn't let them see the contracts.
Right, but there's also the thing, bro. We don't know what the percentage breakdown is.
We don't need to know. They know what it is. That's the thing.
But I'm saying, okay, I'm just wondering, I'm curious, do you feel Joe has the right to be considered the boss if he take a large percentage than the other?
They agreed that he did have a bigger percentage. They said that.
Oh, that's already out there. Okay.
That's known. They said that. They felt that Joe. They said they was cool with Joe taking a larger portion. Like they said, they knew that Joe was like, Joe, you the star here.
Okay. And Maul also said Joe told them niggas when that contract was up, they was going on salary, which he said they would never be cool with. But he said he knew Ice and Ish and them didn't give a fuck about it. They would take this shit.
Yeah.
So he said, I saw what the nigga was trying to do.
Joe was trying to push this shit to salary the whole time from what Joe Budden has said and what Joe Budden explained and what they said and Joe Budden actions and the way he moving and speaking. He clearly, as I'm not saying that he don't fuck with Rory and Mal like that or he was trying to fuck them out their money. Joe Budden got to the point where he feels like I'm the motherfucking most important thing here. I want to actually be able to dictate what these niggas make. Right. At first, I think he was cool with, okay, bro, we all getting percentages. We all good getting it. We all lit. But it got to the point where he was like, man, I really don't need them niggas. That's just what it is, bro. Like, ain't no other way around it. Ain't no way to other way to see it if what Rory and Mal said is true.
Hey, Big Anthony.
Yeah.
Because so did you peep the part where so to go back to that, right? You see what Mal said, like Joe switched up when he started getting the type of money that he never got before. He started sitting down with these rappers who never would have talked to him when he was rapping.
Niggas like Diddy.
Bro, and them is 100% facts. In 2013, Joe couldn't pull up on Lil. Nobody that was pop, nobody was fucking with him. He was never at that level to where nobody even really liked him. You know what I'm saying? But
niggas don't like Joe Budden now.
Yeah, true, but he was never at that level to where he had these, but he got leverage in the industry.
Now he do, and that's why niggas fuck with him, bro. That's the way the game work. Like, these niggas really still don't fuck with Joe like that, but they understand his position.
Mm-hmm. That's why niggas don't like academics, because it's like, you know, niggas don't like academics, but they kind of gotta fuck with him because of his leverage and his following.
Exactly.
You know, you can get in front of a couple million people fucking with academics.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
he knew how to connect with
he worked himself to a position where you kind of gotta fuck with him. Like,
yeah.
You can't even hate on it. You know
it's like Joe Budden sitting over here, almost 1 million subscribers, millions of monthly listeners, name trending. I think Joe Budden said his name was searched like a crazy number of times online 1 week. Right. Like his name gets searched a lot, and even now that nigga name he more popping than rappers. Yeah. Joe Budden making more money than rappers, more popping than rappers. Yeah. And that just is what it is. You can't deny that. And I feel like Joe Budden is looking at it like that himself. Like, I'm popping, my nigga. If it wasn't for me, this podcast wouldn't be this lit. Which is, there is some truth to that, but at the same time, their chemistry played a role in y'all popping too. And Maul made a very, actually, tell me how you feel about that point that Maul made. Is this factual? Maul said, can you compare the two? Hey, my nigga, I was around you as a rapper. You never packed out these type of concerts and venues and shows by your fucking self, my nigga. Exactly. We all pack these venues out. Exactly. Do you feel like that's accurate?
I agree. That's 100% accurate.
Yeah. Like, nigga, you couldn't sell out these venues by yourself, nigga. He said that nigga went to the Highline Ballroom and was like, yeah, my nigga, I got these motherfuckers lined up around the corner, dog. And Maul said he had to tell that nigga, like, nah, nigga, we got him around the corner, nigga.
Right, yeah. Which is 100% true, because what Joe forgets, see, Joe got so wrapped up in business that he forgot is, nigga, the whole dynamic of this shit is that with y'all was friends. You can't go hire nobody for this position. You can't go throw out applications for this podcast.
No.
So, because the whole dynamic of it and the whole base of it is you kicking it with your friends. So that's why Ice and Ish was able to be a good replacement, because it was still his friends, real friend. But nigga, you gonna run out of friends soon. If you get rid of them,
it's funny you said that, Goose, bro. It's funny you said that, Goose, because Maul said that Joe had serious problems and he ain't want to talk too much about what Ice and Ish was about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all caught that shit.
I caught that. He said that. That wasn't the first time that it came out. Somebody else had spoke on the issue. It was a point in time. I think it wasn't a secret that him and I think Ice had an issue, like a real issue before or something like that. My guy, the rap coach up in here, man, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the rap coach. The podcast did start jumping once Maul got there. That is true. I ain't gonna say. Appreciate that, rap coach. That's love, gang. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't be liking the niggas sending money to that super chat, but it's all love though. But I'll say this: when Maul came, I think what helped it kind of spice more. It wasn't just Maul personality. I think that having another person on there that knew Joe personally and another person that was like they could get personal with, you know what I'm saying? Like you had Rory and Maul on there, but you got to think I'm bringing a whole nother black guy on here who just got a laid back personality, but it's right off the back that okay, this nigga knows Joe personally too, and he know Rory personally. So all three of these niggas on here speaking personal shit, and they was speaking on real experiences, shit that they had been through together. Rory always was able to tell his industry stories. You know what I'm saying? Rory had his industry stories. Joe, of course, had his industry stories. You know what I'm saying? And even when Parks became on there, that helped it because he been in the industry with them niggas too.
Yeah, true.
Behind the scenes, on tours. A lot of niggas don't even know how these niggas that talked about their drug usage together, all type of shit. Liz T was good. Like a lot of niggas did. Yeah.
I think that his falling out with Maul is affecting. That's where it's really eating him up. To be honest, I don't really think he cared too much about ending the Rory. You see how he called him measly, and Rory kept pointing to that measly. That bothered him, boy. Yeah. That really set him off because he kept referring to that measly comment. He's like that.
Bro, if a nigga call you measly, bro. Bro, the shit that Joe was saying about that nigga on that motherfucking live was so disrespectful, bro.
Yeah. But you see, he wasn't talking about Maul and had the sauce for Maul because Maul, we all had them guys, man. We grew up with, we shared the times with, bro. And I think Maul, Joe, now that you got this bag, Maul is the nigga that you need around you because he's gonna tell you what's really real. He not no yes man. That's the friend. Maul was his friend, bro. And I think he gonna feel that one the most. You know what I'm saying? He gonna want to repair that relationship.
Well, he already feel it. If y'all watch the Instagram live that Joe did, it said on the beginning of my video, I ain't put the whole thing on there. Joe really is at loss for words, bro. Yeah. He was lost for words. He tried to say some cool little shit that sounded good. Mm-hmm. Talking about, oh man, my brothers, they on there. oh man, I'm gonna have to teach a class, or oh man, I'm like, Mom, I'm like, Joe, you've been dragging these niggas for over a month, my nigga. You think they don't have the right to go out and speak their piece after what you just said on there? You ain't, nigga, you went on there and sided with academics.
Yeah, that nigga bipolar though.
You went on there and sided with whether academics was right or wrong, bro. You know, just like all of us know, academics has been performing verbal fucking assault on Rory and Mal for 8 months, nigga. Non-stop verbal fucking assault. And you went on there and actually, you went on the podcast and actually alluded to the fact that they were jealous or they had an issue with your relationship with academics. That's basically like saying, fuck you niggas.
Bro, it's so bad that tonight on Twitch, in the middle of academics killing them niggas, he let Maul talk for a little bit, and then he paused and he said, I ain't gonna lie, I agree with this nigga.
Who said that? Academics said that shit?
Academics said that, nigga.
Academics said he agreed with Mom.
Tonight.
Oh, man.
Nigga, I heard you saw it with my own ears and eyes.
Academics, bro, after listening to this, I clearly said, remember when you hit me, BP, I said, academics can say what the fuck he want to say. The conversation has to change now.
He don't respect the niggas, but he wasn't gonna lie and say Joe did right by them.
Dog, you can't, after what them niggas said, now you can have your issues with the things they said about you. You can have your issues with Rory. If Rory pulled up to your house like you said he did, I get that. But when we talk about the business side of this shit, nah, nigga, you can't ride for that. You a fake nigga if you ride for that. You can't talk that same type of shit.
Hey, Big Hand.
Yeah.
I got a question. I don't know how you feel about it, but you know, I listen to all your videos, bro, so I know your views on shit, and I know where you stand with shit.
Mm-hmm.
And your moral compass, right?
Yeah.
That's like when I listen to academic videos, bro, I agree with him 100% with Rory, and I don't feel like he should never let his foot off his neck, because that's real, because I'm a little deeper with it, right? So this how academics look at it. Rory, you the white boy out the culture. All these people I done beef with, from whoever don't like me, from everywhere in the world, nobody ever popped up to my residence. Dude, why is you playing these games really like you like that? And why did you come to my house? Bro, I don't think Rory not being, he try to act like he's of the culture, but he don't know how serious that is, bro. I don't know where he from, but where I'm from, if I come to somebody's house, bro, and leave a note, it's up. When they catch me, they gonna whack me, bro. It's no plan, bro. That's not nothing to play with. You don't come in now, Rory can tell everybody he want what academics live in. Do you know how academics got to live with his head on the swivel, knowing that Rory knows his address? Rory can give his address to any rapper, anybody that want to pay him the right amount, because he's not moving no time soon.
Yeah, with that going on, that right there, Rory knows better. Let's say this is true. Let's say this is a factor that Rory really did that shit. Rory crossed the motherfucking line. Rory understands our culture. Rory knows that that's a big motherfucking no-no, and you don't do shit like that. What Rory didn't think, and what he underestimated, is the fact he looked at academics as academics is not part of this culture. He looked at academics like you is a pussy. He looked at academics like, nigga, you not gonna do shit. I will play with you like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it was. Because he looked at academics as the online nerd. He looked at academics as somebody who I think I can beat up. He didn't want to kill academics. He just had no fear in his heart. Roy would never go to another nigga house in this culture. Roy wouldn't come to my house. Roy wouldn't come to your house, Gooch. Roy wouldn't go to BP house. Half these niggas in this chat, he would never go to their house. He did that because it was academics. He looked at that nigga like, bro, if I went to school with you, you wouldn't be saying this type of shit. But you got to understand at the end of the day, and academics got to understand this too, bro. We all grown now. Ain't no underestimating no grown man.
That's what I'm saying. Academics a man. I understand he be on the computer, but he is still a man.
You don't underestimate no man. I don't give a fuck what codes they don't follow. I don't give a fuck how fake they is, how much they lie, how much they bullshit. Don't ever underestimate another man. And I feel like Rory, he sized academics up, and that's what it is. Academics is offended also because they alluded to the fact that he was on drugs and he was an alcoholic. And I can understand that's a diminish of a nigga character. You can't do that type of shit.
They said that about
Nah,
Rory?
they said that. I think Maul retweeted a fan or some fly shit like that when somebody said that nigga was snorting coke or some shit like that. So that really made academics turn the pressure up a little bit. That was the first start of it. And then I think, yeah, that's what really got it kicked off. That's what made academics take it up a notch with the disrespect. And then it went to another level, and then academics started getting to that point of speaking on that nigga girl and shit. And I don't know if he did that after the nigga came to his crib or right before. But when they kind of insinuated those type of things, that's what made academics say, you know what, fuck y'all niggas. I'm going for the gusto now.
Yeah, and you know what, Big A, you said the other night, you said academics is brilliant, bro, and you was right about that. When he started going for Rory, he started trying to tear everything around him down.
Yeah.
So this nigga strategic, bro. He said, I'm going to break you up with your girl. I'm going to end you with your Budden. I want to tear you down from every aspect. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he really tried to do. That's why he always speak on his mistress. Academics, that's corny. You don't speak on another dude, what he doing with his girl. But that's academics. He's so in his feelings and he's so petty that, you know what I'm saying, that he want to break down everything.
Well, like I said, bro, Rory didn't come out and address that and make that clear. You know what I'm saying? Academics says Rory tweeted out his zip code on Twitter, and that was the day after the note and the car came up. So, hey man, I could only go off of this or that because Rory wasn't. Because academics, like I said, his voice is too big. If a nigga accusing me of some shit like that and I didn't do it, we finna have some back and forth publicly. I'm not finna be quiet about this, nigga. Nah, nigga, I didn't go to your fucking house, you bitch ass nigga. You got me fucked up, nigga. I ain't got no reason to go to your house, nigga. And all that shit you speaking on by me and my wife, nigga, shut that shit up, nigga. If we ain't finna look at it like men, keep your fucking mouth shut and stay behind your computer. Rory chose not to say anything. You can't do that in that situation, especially, I'm going to tell you what makes it look worse. This is why them niggas looking real good today. This is why they look good today. Them niggas talk for a living. This is what commentary, broadcasting, radio host, media personality, podcaster, it's your job to talk about the other people's business. You can't get on here and speak on other people's business, but you don't want to speak on your own. And you don't want to clarify shit and clear shit up, and you don't want to defend your name. And that was a mistake that I feel him and Maul made for a very long time. But today, now peep this. The way that Maul spoke today, think if he spoke like that on that podcast every episode.
This shit'll be way better, nigga.
He'd be 10 times more popular, 10 times more respected as a personality, everything, nigga. And he didn't even have, he just spoke his mind. It was natural. He didn't have to get on there and do no theatrical shit. He didn't do nothing. He cracked a couple little jokes, got a couple of jokes off, made fun of the mirror he had. Black J was good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I also caught the part where he said, nigga, when I met Joe, nigga, I probably had more money in my pocket than that nigga.
Yeah. And I knew that because Mom, you could tell by the way Joe carry Mom, how Joe talk, like he don't never really front on Mom, play with Mom, how he do with Rory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like anything he'll joke with Mom, it might be something about chicks. You know, back in the day, you make the joke with him about, you know, with chicks or whatever. But it was nothing where he never really played with Mom. Like, as you can see, Mom was kind of getting, when they did their interview, he was getting a little heated, bro. You was seeing the street nigga come out of Mom.
Yeah.
That man wanted to say, fam, I'll beat your ass, boy. Stop playing with somebody else. You better find you a motherfucker to play with. I really know you.
He damn near said that in a nicer way.
In a nicer way, bro. He really said that. Like, do this with Rory, bro. I don't play these games.
Yeah.
You already know who I am, fam. So, you know, I really know you. So
that nigga say, nigga, I'm from Uptown, nigga.
Exactly. And I live with you. I was with you when you wasn't this Joe Budden that you is now. I really know who you is. I didn't say, you heard when he said, I didn't save you from some niggas getting at you, boy.
Yeah.
Stop playing with me.
Then he said he saved the nigga on the well, he said his man, the one that wouldn't pushed up on Consequence with him. He actually said, I don't know if y'all caught that, Joe Budden called him.
Yeah, he called him, yeah.
He said, nigga, Joe Budden called us when the shit popped off with Consequence, nigga. Yeah. And my man's popped out there to get at that nigga.
Exactly.
I'm like, damn, see, dog. That's that side of that shit that we don't be seeing and knowing.
Yeah. That's why I say that one with Mom, that's gonna hurt him. He might want to repair that relationship. Whatever Mom want, if I was Joe, I would make that right with Mom. Now with you and Rory, I don't know. I don't know how much he valued that because, like you said, I met Rory in 2014. Y'all started the podcast in 2015.
Yeah.
You didn't know Rory that long. Rory's just that you ain't go through the trenches with Rory. But Mom, that's that one where I'll just go get Mom. Write the check, man. Mom, what's gonna make you happy?
Yeah.
Like the Godfather. Come back to the family, man. I need you back, Mom. I can't even front on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, bro. Whatever
he apologized to Rory today.
Yeah.
I heard. I woke up, man, to that podcast at like 6 or 7 in the morning. I cut that bitch on. I was listening to it, falling asleep, waking back up, having to start it over. AC, my guy. AC in this bitch, man. Say what?
I cut it on. I said you ain't the only one do that. When I wake up in the morning, I cut it on. Then I end up falling back to sleep on the shit. That's crazy.
Well, actually, man, you know what's crazy? You know, you used to have to wait a couple days to watch the Joe Budden podcast on YouTube. You used to have to wait a couple days. So I wouldn't even really watch the Joe Budden podcast. I wouldn't really catch. What I would do is I would listen to the audio, like in the morning, I'd be cooking breakfast or some shit or cleaning up, and I would cut the podcast on while I was up, like just around the house and shit, let it play loud, and I would listen to like an hour of it, then come back, listen to like 20 minutes or something, and then if it was interesting enough, I would watch it on YouTube when it came on there too. And then sometimes I would go directly to YouTube. But the more and more I started YouTubing, the more and more I started working on my platform, I got away from watching that motherfucker so much. But with this shit right here going on, I've been back glued in. So as soon as the audio came on, I had to speak on it. They didn't say that about Reese, bro. They said Reese gave a statement to the police, bro. And it wasn't a snitch statement either. They said that he said he was trying to buy some weed from somebody.
This nigga talking about Reese dead in the comments.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to repeat that shit.
You finna get kicked out.
I ain't wanna.
What's going on?
I didn't want to repeat that because I don't know.
Stop. Hey, man, you peeped how Joe and them said, like, I mean, how Marlon and them was talking about, like, he gonna get Ish and Rory. I mean, he gonna get Ish and Ice for half the price that he got them for.
So, yeah. Well, it makes sense for them. Reese is not. Let me clear this up. Reese is not giving no statements. Just giving up. Nobody locked up. It sounds like Reese just making up a story to throw the police off. If you ever been in a fucking situation of being shot, you're not gonna tell the police exactly what happened. You're gonna tell them a story where they a quick question. He's saying he didn't know. They said he didn't know anything about nobody that got shot, and he's saying some shit like he didn't know none of this shit and everything like that. So Reese know the streets. Reese a street nigga. He gonna do what he gonna do. So that's just what that is. More information to come out. Don't be trying to solve the crime all the time, y'all. So you were speaking on Ice and Ish, and I want to be clear about this situation. With them, and Maul made that point, and I said that point for myself, that them niggas would pretty much possibly take whatever because they haven't really, they don't even feel like they didn't put no passion and thought processes and sacrificing into this podcast. They coming in on a well-oiled machine. Who wouldn't go sit down in a motherfucking chair for less than 40 hours a month and get paid thousands of dollars? I'm pretty sure 90% of these people here would go, if that nigga was telling you he gonna pay you $5,000 an episode, you wouldn't give a fuck how much he making. That's $10,000 a week to go on there and talk for 2 hours. You're not even gonna ask yourself, hey, bro, like, nah, nigga, you gonna be like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking that bread. Joe actually offered Ice on that show. And now that we know everything that was going on, Joe was out of line to me when he told Ice, hey, man, there's a lot of money in that seat. I don't know if you want it or not.
Yeah, looking back, huh?
When you look back on that shit, Joe was on some bullshit with that, bro.
What episode did you say that? No.
That was on one of the episodes when Rory and Maul wasn't there.
Yeah, one of the first ones.
I thought that was on some Patreon stuff or something.
Nah, he said that on the actual episode. He said that shit to Ice. He was like, man, you know, he was like, man, you know, I'm starting to like this pod thing, man. And I'm pretty sure Joe was chunking them niggas bread for those episodes they was on. And from the looks of it, the amount of money they making, because they saying it's a lot of fucking money being made. Even Rory and them was saying that. It's a lot of fucking money being made. Yeah. Rory said he got so much money, he told Joe to give it to the people complaining. Did y'all hear that part?
No. See, that's why Joe... Hey, can I say something right quick, bro?
Yeah, speak your shit.
One thing I noticed about Joe, right? So, and you know I'm a big fan, so I don't know if you know about the Corey Holcomb podcast.
I've tapped in a couple times. I'm not just all the way deep into that hoe.
Yeah, so I used to listen to 5150, and they kind of remind me of each other with this, right? So, dudes like them, they so with Joe, if you notice Joe's pattern, he has to be the alpha man in the situation. Like, he keeps a bunch of dudes around him that's not as strong as him, who's not as loud as him, who's not as You're not gonna see Joe on a podcast and his two partners is Casanova and Mano, or you get what I'm saying, or you're not gonna never see that. Because when he get around them dudes, he gonna fall into a certain place. See, he the type of dude where he play all these different people, bro. But when he's around them, he's the alpha. So he can play them games with them. That's why he talking like that. He talking. He playing how he playing because he don't really have the respect for them. Because he done been around niggas that's tougher than them and harder than them. And you know what I'm saying? So he know how to gauge it, bro. He know. That's why he keeps some white dudes around him. Look at Ian. You got Parge. You got Maul.
I look at Joe too, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Joe personality, he would only be able to get away with a lot with. He couldn't hang around like certain niggas every day.
Exactly.
I look at Joe like really, Joe, even now to this day, Joe carries himself like a middle-aged white man almost to me.
Yeah.
Just being honest, he carries himself, some of his humor, the way he talk, some of his thought process. Joe really carries himself like a middle-aged white man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That's just my personal opinion.
Even how he views the young rappers.
Yeah, like he like got like a little snobbish, stuck-up way about him. He the type of nigga I can see if he came into like the crib, like say if he came to my spot, me and the homies in here chilling, you know, we on some player shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't finna overstep nothing. We gonna chill. I could see Joe sitting in the corner with his legs crossed, on his phone, and then and he's gonna blame it on being an introvert. Nah, bro, you just one of them niggas that's like, you act like a middle-aged fucking white man. And
but see,
when
he get around them, no, he's like the street nigga. So he like the, he the total opposite when he get around them. He get the flex that that's why he get all loud and say, bitch ass nigga. You don't notice how he do that during the podcast?
But Joe makes it very clear that he's not a street nigga. Yeah. I can't put that on. I think when he get around there, he feel like, I think it's naturally Joe's personality just to be passionate when he speaks. Appreciate the donation, man. That's love. Joe Maurice TV, appreciate it. Oh, now that was a shout out to Joey Maurice TV, but that was Bob Dole. Appreciate that, gang. Nah, it's just one of them things, bro, where niggas gotta understand where I respect passion. I respect the grind. It's just, hey, bro, we've seen enough of Joe on screen to gather certain personality traits about him. People can do that with me. I'm on screen enough to where, okay, after a certain amount of time, you're going to be able to gather certain personality traits about a nigga. You're going to be able to do that when somebody spends a lot of their time broadcasting, speaking, and not to mention, Joe gave us his life on his own on reality TV, on his YouTube channel, displaying his relationships and other shit that he's done in the rap game, in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And then shit, Maul even took it back to what you call it, when he said that nigga told him in the Crooked Eye that he don't give a fuck about honoring no contracts. And I'm like, damn.
Fucked up shit to say right
You
there.
just should never say nothing like that, especially on camera. And that interview, like Maul said, that interview never came out, ironically. Joe decided to keep that within the tuck. So I can't say what they did and what they didn't do that was correct, but I like that they spoke out today. I actually bought the episode. I paid that $2 for it. I said, fuck it. I'll drop this too. No knock on nobody who didn't, but
what platform was it on?
Vimeo. I just was like, fuck it. I wanted to see it. I was like, I'll pay for this hoe. I ain't tripping. Okay. Joe said he watched the bootleg of it. Joe watched that shit as soon as that shit came out. He tried to act like he wasn't very concerned. That shit fucked Joe up, dog.
He might have watched that out live.
When they dropped it, whenever they dropped it, but when Joe went live on that Instagram today, I actually recorded the whole live, but I'm pretty sure somebody got the whole live on YouTube. Joe was fucked up about them doing that show, bro. But that shows you how fucked up Joe is, because Joe, you disrespected these niggas to the utmost on these episodes, bro. And then you went back and started a Patreon podcast with Ice and Ish. Then he threatened to sue them niggas on that hoe. He came back today and said on the podcast that he wouldn't sue them, and you know he was just hurt when he was talking and da-da-da. Joe, you sounded like a middle-aged fucking white man. I'll sue y'all fucking pants off.
Damn, that's some weak shit to say.
That nigga said, I'll sue y'all fucking pants off if y'all go do another podcast. Y'all can't do a podcast for a whole year.
What the fuck?
Yeah, y'all can't, I'll sue y'all fucking pants off. And I was like, bro, you sound like a middle-aged fucking white man, bro. You sound like a fucking paper thug. Joe sounded exactly like everything he preaches against.
So, bro, so he got in the contract like that shit crazy, bro.
And to be very clear, if you've been watching this podcast since before all the money came and everything, before the Spotify bag, even before Complex, a big position in this podcast was like, we anti-industry. We anti-industry on thought process, business, the cattiness, the sourness, and everything. Pay attention to Joe, bro. When that bag came in, don't get me wrong, you gonna upgrade your lifestyle. I don't give a fuck who you is. At one point, I felt like Joe told himself, I'm only wearing designer clothes now. Did anybody notice? It's like you couldn't help but notice, like, bro, this nigga tries to wear a high-end outfit every time you see him now.
Having something to let you know he got y'all. You ain't lying.
But can't style this shit for shit, though.
That nigga was just started becoming Gucci down every day. All the high-end designers. And I understand, like, bro, you got your bag. You supposed to put on what's going to make you happy. But it was kind of like, at the same time, I'm looking at it like, Joe, you not even like a fly nigga. What are you trying to get fly for?
Right, exactly.
He's the same nigga that always saying, man, I can't dress for shit.
Yeah.
I can't dress for shit, nigga. I'm not a fashionable nigga like that. But every time I see the nigga, he wearing high-end designer.
He probably got a stylist now, too.
Probably do. Probably did. Got that shit. Went and got all that shit that he could never get as a rapper, like Maul said.
Exactly. And look, and this is another thing, bro, like I was touching on last time I talked to you, bro. Like, see, Joe was anti-industry because he came from the mindset of being a rapper. When he was a rapper, then he held no leverage in the industry, so nobody cared about him or was fucking with him. So that's why he was anti-industry. And when he started podcasting, he was still in that same mode because he was making music. Yeah. So that's why he was anti-industry. But now, when he got to the point where he gained some leverage and they was fucking with him and liked him, he got around these people, he turned into the same people.
And I want Joe and Maurice TV. Like I said, bro, I'm with whoever it is, nigga, whatever age you is. If you buying shit to make you happy, if that shit is making you happy and that's what you really want to buy, nigga, I'm saluting that. Whatever car, if you a nigga, you can afford that shit. Even if you can't afford it, if you doing what you got to do to keep that shit on and drive that car and have that loft and that crib, and that's what you really want, and you doing that shit because that's what you want to do, I respect that. Ain't no price on happiness, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. But if it's obvious that, okay, bro, you're like trying to get into this certain image that's really not you.
That's not true, right?
That is really not you. That's a different ball game to me. That's different to me. Like, say like a nigga who you never seen the nigga like talk about designer clothes and shoes. The nigga never had that shit. Yeah, when you get your bag, you might go get some of that. But I ain't gonna lie, if you a nigga who I know wasn't even interested in that shit until money came and you started doing it just on the sake so you could fit in. I'm not saying this Joe Budden case, but there are people out here who like that. Like they're going and buying shit just because they see another nigga with it on. That is so fucking corny to me. If you really rock like that, you really into them designers, you really into that fashion shit, go do your motherfucking thing and live your life, King. And that's for any nigga in this chat, any nigga that follow me. If you really rocking like that, like nigga, go rock like that. Go get what you want to do. If you a foreign car driving nigga, do what you got to do to get your motherfucking foreign car, nigga. If you a nigga that like to have a badass crib, go get your badass crib, nigga. If that's gonna put that smile inside of you and on your face every day, go do that. But if you going to do that shit just so you can fit in, you're a fucking loser. That's just what it is, and I'm gonna stand on that. That's why, nigga, y'all not gonna see me come and dine with a $5,000 outfit on, bro. I don't give a fuck how rich I am because I know that's not me. Yeah. I would wear designer, don't get me wrong. Of course, if I'm up and I'm super rich, of course a nigga gonna play some designer shoes here and there. Of course I'm gonna get some designer pieces here and there. That's just natural. But I'm not gonna be this nigga that's like, oh, I gotta have on a $5,000 outfit every time y'all see me now because I got money. Fuck no. Fuck nah, man. That shit don't make no fucking sense. But
All right, man.
Yeah.
That's why I love motherfuckers like J. Cole, man. That's why I love rappers like J. Cole, because he the balance. He was just popping this shit on his album, like, well, I'm 100 million up. That nigga come up with some basketball shorts on, no chain, hair wild, he looking homeless, bro. Niggas like Kendrick. Yeah. These niggas got real big bags than your favorite rapper who walking around with all the designer on, all the shit on, all of that, bro. But they just choose not to because that wasn't them before. If you notice, when J. Cole came, he tried to do a little Rolex. You know, he kept it simple. He tried his best.
He was a young nigga, too, though, when he came in the game. Chain in the Rolex. That's every young nigga dream right there.
Yeah. But he didn't go overboard. You never saw J. Cole with 4 or 5 chains.
Nah. He wasn't.
If he wants to flex right now, he can flex. If that nigga wants to go jewelry shopping,
yeah.
If he wants to be like Gucci, he can flex, bro. But
don't ask your big facts. You said, cause I ain't rich, my nigga. Like I said, bro, I wouldn't give a fuck how rich I get. I'm not finna go do nothing just cause some other niggas do it. I'm gonna tell you why I want to get rich. You want to know why I ain't want to get rich? For comfortability, nigga, if that's even a word, to be comfortable. I want to get rich so I can travel the world with me and my niggas, and I can tell my niggas, hey, bro, I got y'all, nigga. I'm finna rent a big-ass Airbnb, nigga. We finna go off an island somewhere, and we gonna fly some bitches in.
Thanks.
Or we finna go to Puerto Rico, and we gonna have all type of badass Puerto Ricans, and we finna fuck the shit out them hoes, and we don't even gotta share these bitches. Everybody got their own 2 personal bitches. That's what I want to do with life, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's me, nigga. I want to travel, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even no big car nigga like that, bro. Like, of course, if you got the bread, you will go buy some shit. But I would be buying the shit just because I got the money because I ain't never been rich, nigga. So I'm cool. Yeah, and then me fucking with this rap shit.
Just not really into that shit that deep, like.
And I'm doing this shit, doing this YouTube shit, bro. I got so motherfucking comfortable and happy doing this shit. I'm like, bro, as long as I'm making enough money to take care of responsibility, of course I want to run it up and become a multi-millionaire. But bro, that's why I'm cool without doing all that extra shit. That's why you don't see me having to do all that extra shit or trying to do all that extra shit so I can run it up. Because I'll be like, bro, I'm not turning my back on who I am to go get no motherfucking bag.
You know, all we doing in life, man, is trying to buy our time back.
Facts.
We just trying to buy our time back.
Facts.
That's all. And the bigger your bag get, the more time you got on your hands to do what the fuck you want to do. That means you can lay out your ass, get massages 4 hours a day. You can travel across the world. You can do whatever you want to do, man. That's all we're trying to do about time, big dog.
Exactly. Exactly. And I also want to speak too on so how y'all feeling about what Parks was saying now, and you know what the things that Parks had to say. Could Parks be knowing this type of shit is going on and still feeling like? Because he really riding with Joe, to me.
Yeah. I feel like Parks is the most loyal
Yeah.
Because Parr's loyalty is how Joe wanted Maul loyalty to be with him against Rory.
Yeah.
Parks is looking at it like, look, I was fucking with Joe. I was getting money with Joe before this. Joe pays me double. He pays me to be the engineer in this shit, and he pays me to use my space. I am perfectly fine. We don't have to have a contract.
Yeah, he did say that. He did say they don't got no contract.
We don't have to have a contract. Joe know what it is. He pay for what because Parr's looking at it from the engineer's aspect. He looking at it like studio time. Like,
he looking at it like a laborer.
Right, like nigga, I'm getting paid $5,000 to record some engineering a week, and they can use my spot, which is paying for my whole mortgage. Park's smart, man. This shit is paying my mortgage. I don't have no bills in this house. Because this podcast is gonna pay for all the bills in this house.
And I'm still gonna engineer projects in the industry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Through this same place that Joe podcast paying for.
Yeah.
This podcast gonna pay for me to do work with other people in here. Keep the lights on, man. Parks like my nigga, I'm with you, Joe. You can stay here always.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. I understand the stance though, but it's just the fact that he kind of spoke out against Rory and Maul. And I'm like I told niggas, the main thing they said, the words they use, nigga, we are in profit sharing with this shit. That changes every fucking thing. So did y'all hear about the 400K that came up missing?
Yeah, they talked about the 400.
They never said that Joe stole the 400K. They just said it came up missing. Joe was quickly, when he went on live, Joe quickly was on his, 400K, nobody stole 400K or 450K. And I was like, bro, is that all you took from what they said?
Yeah. You can tell when a motherfucker full of shit. You come on there with these big ass sunglasses on. You don't want us to look in your eyes. You want
man, everybody was saying that shit, Gooch.
Yeah, bro, stop joking around. This ain't the time to joke around, bro. Like be for real, nigga. Come on here and really be passionate. All this passion you got when you be hollering about creators and all this bullshit on your podcast. Come on there and be the same fucking transparent way and have that energy when you talk about this business and your homies. Come on there, nigga. Look us in our eyes and tell us, what the fuck are you talking about? Nigga, it's a certain way that you're gonna dispute shit when niggas going through shit like this. Come on, bro. That Joe be full of shit, and I can see right through it, bro. He's full of shit. Rory been full of shit. I think Maul is probably about the most solid one in all this.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Joe did exactly what we said earlier that niggas should not do. That nigga Joe Budden underestimated Rory and Maul. He didn't think that them niggas had this shit in them. He didn't know that. That nigga gonna sit up there. You know what that nigga gonna? He gonna try to act like he the proud OG or the proud homie. Oh man, yeah, that lighting was good, man. Looked good. They sounded good. I like that. Like that. That was good, man. That looked good. This audio was good. The lighting was good. Like he's some nigga working as a director behind the scenes and shit. Get the fuck on, nigga, with that 40 that middle-aged white man shit, man.
Hey, but like you said, though,
and I fuck with Joe Budden, but I just gotta call him out on this fucking bullshit.
You're right, though, man. Like Rory and Maul said, like Rory and Maul said, like, man, come on, man. Now you just a whole totally different dude. He said you wearing the Mary hats. You see the Maul?
Yeah. He said, yeah, nigga, you out here wearing these funny style hats, nigga.
He said, I ain't never seen nigga wear Mary hats. They wear the jeans, bro. They don't wear the hats, bro.
I've seen a couple niggas in them hats, but not how Joe Budden be wearing them hoes faithfully, nigga.
But damn all in it, bro.
But that's all it is, though, bro. It's just money. And you know, that's one thing that I gotta be smart enough. Like, I never touched that type of bread, so I can't say, but I know who I am. I'm old enough. I'm damn near 40 years old. And I know I'll be 40, bro. So I'm past the point where I'm a young nigga where I touch some paper and it's gonna change me and make me a different nigga. I'm pretty much set who I am.
I'm setting my ways too, bro. I want to get better. I am getting better, especially working in this business in the line of work I do. I'm starting to get better because I had to come in and you know, basically open up. Before I've been doing this for 3 years. So with me doing this for 3 years, you know, I have to go out in the streets and fuck with underground rappers and different people and other personalities to make this shit grow. You know what I'm saying? So with me doing that, I had to go out and engage and fuck with people that I don't know. And that's that part of my life for me, just fucking with a lot of people I don't know. That shit was dead. I wasn't on that. It was like I got my circle, I got my family, I got my niggas. I don't gotta fuck with nobody. I'm fucking with the same handful of people. The only thing that's coming around new is bitches. But like with doing this shit, if you gonna try to go big and expand, you gonna have to interact with people. You gonna have to reach out with people, and you're gonna have to deal with different personalities. Some of the things that I've done, the mistake that I've made in this game is trying to like expect and push who I am as a person and feel like other people that do the same style of shit in a certain sense, or other people that work in this game or whatever, expecting them to move how I would move. And that's one of my mistakes that I've made in this game. But other than that, nigga, I'm good and set on who I am. So now I just understand, okay, everybody ain't raised like you, or everybody don't move like you in this game, and you can't expect them to. You know what I'm saying? That's just what that is. But BP, what you was gonna say?
Okay. I was gonna say, did y'all catch the part where Maul asked to see the books, and he said Joe sent them niggas a fucking Excel spreadsheet?
Oh yeah.
That's not no accounting, my nigga.
They said that nigga Joe sent them some. Yeah, Rory was like, bro, what the fuck is that? Why?
Playing with my intelligence, bro.
Joe was playing with them niggas, bro. Did y'all catch that shit?
Yeah, he sent them a spreadsheet.
Sent them a bro. Nigga, I could make one of those on the fucking computer, nigga.
Yeah, man. I was doing that shit in 5th grade, my nigga.
I never learned how to do that shit because I was lazy on computers and growing up. But it was like, I remember when they used to have us like kind of make those little things on the computer, bro. Like, I'm like, Joe, you actually sent them niggas that shit? That nigga gotta be tripping with himself.
Man, motherfucker beat your ass, man.
Yeah, nigga, like, really?
Motherfucker, Joe playing with the right nigga, but that's why I say he be having the right motherfuckers around.
Yeah,
like
bro.
He got Ish and Ice, man. If he fucked them over, they not about to beat you. They ain't gonna want no smoke. They just gonna leave just like Rory and Maul. He gonna try to bring Corey. We be hearing them talk about Corey and deals or something.
You already can tell. Well, if you look at his relationship with Ice and Ish, you know that those are Joe's real friends and they really deal with Joe. But you can tell that, hey, they will fall out with Joe any minute and probably won't talk for a couple months and then just get back cool.
Yeah.
But
because Ish got his own, it seemed like Ish got his construction company. He say he build houses.
Yeah.
So, you know, he cool, dude, cool. He getting to it, man. He got his own employees.
Ice got some shit too going on.
Yeah. He like, man, it's just these side hustles, bro. Like,
that shit is an easy bag for them niggas, bro. They don't have any industry relationships like that they have to just super duper worry about. So they can go on there and say whatever the fuck they want to say and beat themselves, and Joe Budden finna hit them off with racks. So I expect them to keep doing the show. I would. Yeah, I think Ice do be fucking with the battle rap scene.
Ice do?
Yeah. Okay. Another thing with this whole shit, when that nigga said that Maul said he told Joe, like, hey bro, what's up on the accountant, man? What's up on the accountant? And they said Joe told them niggas one time, nigga, audit me. And he was like, what, nigga? I'm not finna audit you, nigga. You my partner, nigga. Like, I'm not finna audit you and take my partner to court, nigga. That shit weird, nigga. And I was like, bro, Joe did everything in his power to not show them niggas them documents, bro.
Yeah, because you know he's gonna have to come out of his pocket, bro. And you don't want to write that check, man.
That shit is fucking insane, bro.
And it's gonna be embarrassing. It's gonna be embarrassing for him to see, and they gonna know that he was hiding money. See, that's the biggest thing of all. It's not even writing the check, because if he can write it, but he's gonna be wrong, and he don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, you got a point.
He don't want to be wrong. That's gonna flat show. Once he show those books, it's gonna show that nigga numbers don't lie. Don't they say that, big head? They say no. They say numbers don't lie, bro. So I mean, like if the numbers end up showing the truth, then it's like Joe, you a fuck nigga, and he don't want to be exposed as a fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. Maul made the comment about like, yeah, he understood that Joe used his YouTube channel for his rap shit, his music, and everything like that. But he said that when they came and started doing the show, that turned his YouTube channel up.
That's a fact.
So with that turning his YouTube channel up, that's what made them feel like, hey, bro, like, nigga, we playing a role in your YouTube, getting this revenue to it also. Joe downplayed their YouTube check. I don't know how much they make off of YouTube, but Joe tried to say that he don't be checking for the YouTube check. He don't even be cashing that shit for real because of the taxes on it. And he be like, man, fuck that. Da, da, da. And what's crazy, like them niggas did say, the Patreon check was heavy. Maul said he had been saving his money. I mean, Rory said he had been saving his money. He said, I don't got no expensive lifestyle. I don't blow money like that. So, nigga, I had been saving my money. So when he came off with that Patreon check, I was fucking with. He's like, this is a heavy ass check. But he was like, bro, we got people saying that they tired, they exhausted, and they feel like they need more money. That's why he said he told that nigga to get that check to the team.
Yeah, Savon, you know.
He said, man, get that shit to Savon and the camera crew and shit like that. They feeling like they overworked. That nigga said Joe called him and cussed him out, nigga. Yeah. Did y'all heard that part? He said Joe called him, cussed him out, and went the fuck off on him. Cause he said, man, you ungrateful, nigga.
I actually watched some of Savon's podcast. I watched like about an hour.
I've never looked at Savon podcast. I remember when he started it though.
Yeah. They actually, hey man, it actually wasn't bad, man. They had this dude on there. You know, it was like 4 of them and shit. They got a chick on there. And one of them is cameraman, who they always talk about cameraman, he on there, and Savon on there.
Yeah.
And you know, they talking about the podcast or, you know, whatever, like, man, because you know, when Joe was saying they had a meeting about him, and when they had a meeting about Joe behind his back, then that's what he was talking about today when he was like on the podcast, like, man, y'all had a meeting behind my back. Why y'all feel like y'all couldn't say that to me? Remember when he had the therapist on there, whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were saying that on there, like, yeah, we always had to sit down and had a meeting because he made his work environment, and that's what he was saying on the podcast, like, your leadership skills support, bro. You made your work environment and everybody around you feel like they couldn't come to you and talk to you and really be honest and be transparent, quote unquote, like you always say, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to walk on eggshells. And when somebody got to walk on eggshells around you, they'll get away quick. People don't like being around people that got to walk on eggshells. That go for relationships. If your chick feel like she got to walk on eggshells around you, my nigga, she gone. So
if you and if you pay attention also, Rory said every time he would try to bring up business or anything to Joe would get pissed off and match it with a bunch of negative fucking energy and shit.
Yeah, because he don't respect words. Like I said, let it be the nigga that hit Joe in his mouth. Joe will be ready to talk.
That shit is insane, bro. And it's so fucking crazy. The craziest part about all this shit is that shit that Charlamagne said on the motherfucking when he came on a podcast. I don't know why y'all let him call this our name the Joe Budden podcast for one. Then he said, hey, you know Joe Budden is gonna crash and burn. He said, I'm expecting this complex. He said, I'm expecting the everyday struggle to end in, I'll give it 6 to 9 months. Yeah. That shit ended. Joe Budden told Charlamagne, nigga, complex ain't finna do nothing with me. Nigga, I could go in there and beat my dick on the table. Y'all see that? They let that nigga walk right on the way.
Yeah. Because his arrogance all when he think he more than what he think he more popular. And Joe, man, he think, now don't get it wrong, Joe is popular. Like I said, I've been to the last podcast. I saw it.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. It was cracking out this world.
That bitch was lit out here. I was gonna go to it when they had it in Houston.
Man, bro, I went to the one in LA. You know, I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
I was out there in LA and I happened to go out with my little chick out there. And man, it was cracking, bro. It was really, really cracking. So,
oh, I bet you that LA scene was lit with that shit.
Yeah, bro. And you know,
what's
crazy about Joe. Joe sitting up ranting talking about, I'm trying to get $100 million. Joe, how? If Joe Rogan just got $100 million, nigga, do you know the views that he get?
Yeah, that nigga is crazy views.
Getting $100 million, bro. You and your man, your ego got you overvaluing yourself. Joe, you do good, but every podcast don't do 1 million views on YouTube, bro. You don't do, nigga, 85 South Show do more views than you, to be honest.
To be honest with you, Joe don't even have 1 million YouTube subscribers.
Exactly.
He got the pod, but I think what he looking at too is he got the audio listeners. Yeah. He know he got them audio listeners on the podcast. That's where he putting his value in, off of his audio listeners and how much they engage.
Above YouTube.
Yeah, he putting his value on that, which is very, very true. And I respect him trying to go for that gusto, but Joe got to understand that, man, when it come to breaking that bank, it has to be undeniable to where they can't turn it down. And you ain't there yet, because if you was, you would have got it. They would have just gave it to you. Pipeline News was good.
If they say Spotify offered him $30 million, bro, and if it wasn't nothing that was too strenuous and ridiculous, like it was nothing that was too long, I don't see why you could have went through that deal and then re-up again. See that? Like, Joe he too caught up in himself, bro, because I feel like he don't look at that business like, man, if he looked at it like kind of like how Jay did business, Jay build businesses up and sell it. He'll build a company up, sell it, cash out on it, build another one, sell it, cash out on it. You look at what Nas is doing with this venture capitalist, with this, all of this cryptocurrency, just all of this shit, man. That's what people doing now, man. You build a business up to sell it, you cash out on it. Yeah. But Joe showing this man, like, but it's his business, it's his vision, so I ain't knocking. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes don't stand in your own way, bro.
I heard him say when Ice and Ish was on there, he was discussing shit with them, in which now we know Rory Maul said he felt the way about that shit. And when he speak on shit now, he got a point. Like, nigga, why you on here discussing my business and our business with some other niggas?
Right.
But Joe said out of his own mouth that he had turned down a deal where somebody offered him $10 million for the audio only. And he said that he did, like he said, that was the only time he had lost sleep. Because he was like, he didn't know if that was the right move.
Right.
There's a YouTuber by the name of Jabbar. Jamari, I fuck with that nigga. Jamari, dog, I fuck with that nigga. In his terminology, huh?
Man, he did that first breakdown, that first video.
That nigga Jamari cold, dog.
Man, big ass, you ain't lying, bro.
Jamari a cold motherfucker. I talked to that nigga, man.
How you did?
Yeah, I had to hit him up, bro. I was like, let me see if this nigga gonna respond. I hit that nigga up, he responded.
Oh man, that's what's up, bro.
I fuck with him, bro. That nigga like 800,000 subscribers.
Hell yeah, and he got all his facts in order. Now that's what I love about this shit.
Yeah.
Like, he got all the facts down. He coming with it. He was just gunshot. He was steady giving he was giving Joe body blows.
Nigga, Joe responded to that nigga.
Yeah.
You seen that shit?
Yeah, on the podcast.
Joe responded to the nigga, bro. The nigga young too. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Jamar, huh?
Even that lady he was talking about, Lotus Flower Queen.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, right? I had seen the video before he was talking about our podcast, sister. I commented on that shit. She commented back to me, like the video, comment or whatever. And she was like, 100, man, I appreciate you. But I was like, you on point. She gave a good take. Her name Lotus Flower on YouTube and shit. And she gave a breakdown of, she like, look, I'm an avid fan. She like, 50, bro. She's like, my husband, a truck driver. I got Joe Budden podcast merch. I've been to 2 shows. We drove from North Carolina to Atlanta to go see. She just like an real avid listener, bro. She broke down. She got an ill breakdown, bro. And I'm like, this lady is speaking facts.
Yeah.
Because if you're a real follower, bro, we all it's like a small little community, bro.
It is a community. It's like they like a rap group.
Yeah, bro. It's like we speak the same language, bro. We only gonna understand what we talking about. Because I work with a lot of people, and the people I work with, we got a small community in there, and we all listen to the pod. You know what I'm saying? We talking about no break and shit. Like,
Yeah.
It'd be crazy, man. Everybody, but yeah, Joe just, man, it's like he a polarizing dude, and that's the thing about him, man. The same thing that worked for him worked against him.
Yeah.
He polarizing, bro. So when it's on the negative end, he gonna be super, super bad. But when it's on the good end, he's super, super good, and that's why he got successful.
Did y'all peep? I don't know if y'all watched the No Jumper show. No Jumper actually had Marissa on there.
Yep.
And then had Joe Budden on there like 2 weeks later.
Yep.
Did y'all peep that?
Yep.
That shit was crazy, bro. That's not a fucking coincidence.
I peeped Marissa's video. One day he could just text her like, I'm fired. Like, don't come in, you're fired. She like, what? Like, what? He don't give no explanation. Like, I'm like, that's fuck shit. In my opinion.
That's that middle-aged white man mentality.
Yeah. You don't do your people. I'm not firing nobody over text. We gonna have a face-to-face. We gonna talk. I'm not doing that. That ain't genuine to me, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? You don't do people like that.
Nah. Hell no. Nah.
Take time out, nigga, before you was who you are now, that she took her time out, was coming from work, getting off work, driving to wherever you were to do the podcast with you, holding you down, bro. You don't do your people like that, bro. If y'all got differences, you have to sit down. And that's why she said, like, Rory was like, nah, let me talk to him. Like, he called him, like, man, what the fuck going on, bro? Like, we really need to, like, this shit ain't right, man. Like, we need to make this right. He's just like, nah, fuck it. But that's Joe arrogance, you know what I'm saying?
Did y'all peep when Rory said that motherfuckers was talking about he came in on 20 episodes in or something? He was like, motherfuckers, the start of the podcast was off of my fucking SoundCloud account.
Yeah.
And he said, nigga, my motherfucking partner, that nigga said, my partner, huh? He said, yeah, my partner did the fucking cover art, nigga, for the first fucking episodes. What is y'all fucking talking about?
And yeah, a lot of people don't realize, even though Maul is Joe's friend before the whole shit, but as far as the pod, your boy Rory is the elder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember that though, because I remember when Joe went on Textone podcast with Stephanie Santiago and Rory was there. This before Maul even came around. This when that nigga Textone wanted to fight that nigga Joe Budden, nigga.
Oh, that was some weird ass shit.
That was Joe being that middle-aged fucking white man.
And Taxed on, like, man, play with somebody who's taxed on one of the niggas you come play with like that.
Yeah.
That was a perfect example of that. That shit ended quick. Joe don't be around no real niggas, bro. Joe keeps Maul a real nigga, but he just he's so laid back that he just, you know, it's like he not even there. You get what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Joe don't be around no confrontation with real niggas, bro, because a nigga been to hit Joe in his mouth and beat the shit out Joe. Yeah. Nigga ain't finna play with all of those getting slick at your mouth and try to front on a nigga around some chicks or something. He one of them niggas.
And it's so crazy because
shit with Adam. He was doing that shit on No Jumper the other day.
Yeah, he knew he could do that shit with Adam. That No Jumper interview with Joe Budden was fucking trash. Horrible. That was a trash ass interview. I fell fucking asleep on that interview, bro.
Horrible. Speak that shit, Chuck.
That interview was very fucking trash, but I already knew it was gonna be trash because I knew how Joe was gonna go on there and act. And to be very clear, I want to make this statement 100% just my personal opinion. Joe Budden has still got the #1 podcast to me over the past few years. Now, other people have probably edged and done more numbers, had guests and all these other things. But if I'm rating from 2016 until now, from 2016 to now, on consistency, growth, the impact, what I've seen them come from and do, the content, the style, I still say Joe is the #1 hip hop podcast. That's just my personal opinion. Everybody gonna have their own opinion. Joe Budden is great at podcasting to me. His team, the crew, they set up, how they did it. Now, over time, and they've had their spells as of late where they got super dry and they got a little boring at times. But I'll never forget those times when it was way more raw, way more uncut, especially that episode, which is my favorite episode, when they was on there making fun of Malai Michelle. That was like the best episode to me, bro. Huh? They was making fun of Malai Michelle. The stripper.
So, yeah.
Malai Michelle.
Okay, Malaya. I didn't know no fucking last.
They was making fun of Malaya on that hoe, bro, because
when
he was reading their post, yeah. First of all, nigga, your bitch ass can't stay out the club, and don't tell. He's like, don't tell me not to compare myself to Beyonce. Like, that nigga was reading that shit in a voice, bro. This shit was so fucking funny.
That nigga sound like a trendy ass boy.
Bro.
That was some funny shit, bro.
That was the funniest fucking episode, and no lie. That's when I started my pod. That's when I said I'm finna start a podcast. After that episode, I let my little cousin hear that hoe, and that nigga was dying laughing. He was like, bro, we ought to do one of these hoes. Yeah. That's when I started that shit, bro.
Hey, Big Hack, look, I gotta say, I'm gonna give you this hot take, bro.
Yeah.
So most of our best personalities, really, they just comedians. They just in the personality space.
Yeah.
Joe Budden is really a comedian. That's why he's so fucking, like, all the best comedians be depressed, local, crazy, fucking hit. Listen, Charlemagne is a comedian.
Yeah.
Academics is a comedian.
Facts.
All of our favorite fucking media personalities are really comedians, bro. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact, bro.
And I'll give Joe, I'm giving Joe his credit, man. I like what he do on the podcast. Like I said, I fuck with a lot of other podcasts too. But I just said that run, that impact that Joe had, I haven't felt that impact, but I respect what a lot of other niggas got going on. Like I like what Wallow and Gilly got going on. They got the streets right now to me. Yeah. Like them niggas got the streets. They doing some shit that a nigga never saw where they fucking with young. They getting athletes.
Bro, they had Pooh Shiesty on this shit. That's what I'm saying.
Nigga, they had Pooh Shiesty. They had King Von. They had they already interviewed Young Thug and they got him coming on again. They said part 2. Nigga, they had Shaq. They had Damian Lillard. Kevin Durant. Nigga, they had Devin Haney. They had Floyd Mayweather.
Man, thank God, bro, because they shit, when they had that chick on there, I wasn't fucking with them. I had tuned off.
Nigga, they had their homie on there from Philly, bro. That nigga was on there talking about, that nigga was speaking on, because, you know, Wallow be on that business shit. That's his thing. So I don't know if people be paying attention. A lot of times when they do these interviews with artists, they're going to squeeze like a business person on the show too. And they'll have them come on like at the end or the beginning. But I think like the end they'll have them niggas come on. Because they had that one contractor out of Philly come on there, like breaking down how niggas can do hustles with contracting business and all type of shit. And you can do contracts on Craigslist. And the nigga was just giving the game on how you could do that shit. So, what you call it? I fuck with Wallow and Gilly got going on. Of course, I fuck with Drink Champs. Shout out to 85 South. I fuck with Brilliant Idiots a little bit here and there. I'll check out Charlamagne and Andrew Schultz here and there every once in a while. Who else I be?
I was fucking with them before Joe shit.
Yeah, I fuck with No Jumper.
No Jumper, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look at his shit, even though it is a podcast, but I do be looking at it like it's more of an interviewing platform. But it really is a podcast though. So I fuck with No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a couple more podcasts a nigga just fuck with. If I fuck with your shit and I ain't named it, my bad. But I be tapped into a lot of them motherfuckers. But I say all that to say, I don't,
Gangsta Chronicles?
Man, I don't really be on Gangsta Chronicles, man. I ain't gonna lie, I don't be on Gangsta Chronicles.
I fuck with Gangsta Chronicles a little bit.
Drake tells the hardest shit out, man.
I'm gonna give you one more though, big, and I fuck with the Bodega Boys, man.
Okay, I tried to get into Deeces and Mero, man. I just couldn't get into them niggas for some reason, bro. But I like what they got going and what they doing, man. Hey, when Tax Stone come back, I'm gonna be on Tax Stone though. That's for sure. He one of my early niggas. That's who I forgot the name. I guess because he locked up. But Tax Stone, I was on Tax Stone heavy.
Free Tax, man. Tax would have been out here, bro.
Yeah.
Tax was one of the original niggas that was on this shit, man. He was early on it, bro.
Yeah.
Like them Combat Jack days. You remember Combat Jack?
Yeah, I didn't catch Combat Jack. But I do know his place in the game, though. I ended up catching on later. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Combat Jack. So I said all that to say, Joe, as much as he's good at the podcast, like I said, number one in my opinion over the last 5 years, if I'm just tallying up everything, that's just my personal opinion. That nigga is not good at interviewing. Joe Budden, his interviews are weak as fuck to me. Not because he's not asking controversial shit, not because he's not instigating rap beef, because you don't have to do all that to have a good interview with me. It's because when he talks to niggas like he's a fucking therapist. That fucking middle-aged white man shit that I be talking about, bro.
Yeah, he trying to be too introspective instead of kicking it with a nigga.
Yeah, just ask the nigga, talk some good player shit with a nigga, man. And I understand, you know, some people be like, man, I don't want to ask those generic ass questions. I get that, but at the same time, it's like, bro, it's like you don't relate to these niggas you interviewing for one. Yeah. When he be interviewing a lot of niggas, he don't relate to them niggas. And it's like, you can just tell, like, okay, bro, the only thing relatable we got is that we both were a part of the rap industry. Right. Yeah. But you really not really part of what I got going on. He don't relate to niggas, dog.
He trying to be all monotone, had his deep voice and shit.
Yeah, that monotone ass shit, man. I don't like that nigga interviews, bro.
I never watched them pull-ups, bro.
Them pull-ups and he be having the right niggas on there. It's just he talk to him like it's a fucking therapy session.
But now on No Jumper, he broke that down. If you caught that, he kept telling the nigga, that's a good one, nice try. I do this. You gotta remember, I do this. Which means he be being objective in them interviews when he answering the questions and shit, he know what he doing, bro. He know he pissing off the audience. Like all of that is a part of the game.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like it's not a coincidence that he makes you mad every time in the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but anyways, he's one of his best, if not his best video, just so happened to be the Kevin Samuels interview. That bitch is pushing 3 million.
And to be honest with you, that interview was really Kevin Samuels just popping his shit.
Yeah, he carried that weight on.
That's just what Kevin Samuels was gonna do. Any platform he get on. I think the only platform where he won't be able to pop his shit if he goes is Vlad.
I don't know, dog. They might break numbers over there because that nigga that hot. He's that hot right now.
No. I'm not saying the numbers. I'm saying he won't be able just to run the show. Vlad asks direct questions, and you give him the answers to the questions. Like the other platforms, even No Jumper. Kevin Samuels went on No Jumper to tell you about what he does and his platform, and actually, he was teaching about relationships with women on there.
Yeah.
He did the same thing on Joe Budden, where like he went on there, but now with Vlad got a structure, nigga, like, hey, bro, I'm finna ask you, where was you born at? Where did you grow up at? Da-da-da-da. And then I'm gonna go to the other question. And then he gonna get into, so Vlad gonna ask that shit. So, man, did you get in a relationship at a certain age that made you be this way? You know what I'm saying? Vlad finna get deep.
Ramble on anyways, bro. That nigga
talk.
Huh?
But hey, Vlad is the biggest blood sucker we ever saw, bro. Vlad, you know why? I just want to tell you why I say that, bro. Because Vlad only want to know about pain and trauma. I said that I want to put myself in a position to get to a point in life to where Vlad wanted to interview me, and I'm gonna tell that nigga my mother was a doctor, my father was a lawyer. I grew up perfect, Vlad. We all had everything because that's all he want to hear about, trauma. He want to hear about negative shit. How did you grow up? See, Vlad figured out that black people trauma is proper. That's
a fact. He knows that.
Yeah, that's why we like Mr. Society, Boys in the Hood. Look at all our favorite movies, bro. Yeah. Paid in Full. All of it is trauma filled. So if I focus on black folks' trauma and I try to focus on that, then I'm gonna always make money. And that's what he's soon somebody die, he gonna put up their flashback video. Soon as something happens to him, he gonna throw up the flashback. I interview him. That's why he covers everybody in the culture, because in his mind he thinks something's gonna happen to you. I know how you guys are. Something's gonna happen to you.
What?
And when something happens to you, I already got footage and I got interviews documented. So I'm gonna eat off of this. And I'm gonna continuously eat. Y'all guys don't see this. That's
well, see, you gotta understand.
Bro, that nigga is so dirty. If he don't have an interview with the nigga who died, he's just gonna find somebody who mentioned you.
Yeah.
And shit, bro, that nigga's a dirty nigga, dog.
The thing with Vlad, what we have to understand, Vlad is 100% about views. Views is bottom line. Now, true, there are some people that I genuinely feel that Vlad looks forward to sitting down and talking to. But at the end of the day, his bottom line is views. Views equate money. It's all nigga views and money. What do I have to say? What do I have to ask you to get these motherfucking views? I don't have to. I'm not following any of them codes or guidelines or any of that shit. But to be honest, I don't agree with a lot of shit Vlad does. But Vlad is the best interviewer ever, all around.
Oh yeah, we still fucking with the champ.
Because he's Vlad comes from a real journalistic angle.
I don't think that he come from a real journalistic angle. I just feel like he has no holds barred. Right. It ain't the fact that he's coming from a journalistic angle. It's the fact that he has no holds barred.
And that's why when people get on, they don't do interviews with him no more. He'll never get another Cardi B. He'll never get another Lil Baby. He'll never get another interview
Yeah.
And that's why I love it, because they use him just like he used us.
That's what you got to do, though. And Vlad is cool with that.
Yeah.
Vlad is 100% cool with, like, hey, bro, come get this fucking interview. You ain't got to fuck with me, nigga. This some business.
Yeah, but that's what I hate, though, because all he does is profit off our pain, bro. He's not profiting off no Russian, Asiatic Jew, an Ashkenazi Jew. He's an Ashkenazi Jew, right? So he doesn't profit off none of their pain, none of the pain his people been through. All you doing is profiting off our pain, bro. You figured out the black psyche.
The market has to be there, though. We partly to blame, too.
Yeah. Now, and I'll be clear here. A lot of people who really not from this culture or this lifestyle, what they did learn how to do with niggas is sell our lifestyle to us. And Vlad mastered that. Like, just to see him interview snitches and shit like that so consistently, and even on the blog sites, whenever a nigga get caught snitching, just knowing that a 50-year-old white man owns this platform, but the content on this platform is about a fucking 20-year-old possible snitch. What does a 50-year-old white man who has told us he doesn't follow the street code, doesn't believe in it, why are you doing write-ups on a 20-year-old black kid snitching? That shit is crazy to me. Just like when I see these white publications say op, that is the most offensive shit to me, bro. I fucking hate that shit. Even if I see No Jumper, whoever, any of them white dudes that use the word ops, that is like a smack in the fucking face to me, bro. Because I'm like, nah, nigga, you need to say rival gang member.
But psychologically, as black people, though, not to cut you off, big ass, bro. Psychologically, as black people, we more comfortable sitting down with that white boy and expressing everything than we are with the black dude. Because if Big Income interview them, then it's gonna be, niggas don't want to say nothing. They don't know who this nigga connected with, nigga, who you is, what hood you from, who you know, or whatever. But when they sit down with that white boy, they just tell everything. They get to tell before they was born. I remember when my mama first had them niggas remember everything, man. When they sit down with that white boy.
They sit down with Vlad, nigga. It's like, dude, that nigga got some type of music playing for niggas? Because niggas open the fuck up on there, nigga.
Bro, because they're psychologically in us. They're just like, if a white boy come through my hood, he's more safe than I am.
You ain't lying.
Walk down my block and be more safe on my block, the block I live on, than I am.
You ain't lying.
Well, Kevin Sanders say all the black females are listening to white people.
You say what?
When niggas ride past them sticks on them, man, they ain't looking for they looking for somebody that look just like them, bro.
You ain't lying.
We fucked up. When we go to kill each other, bro, we looking for somebody that look at that we mirroring ourselves. We not looking for an Asian dude. We not looking for we looking for a nigga that got the same pants we got on, the same hair we got,
the same walk,
the same skin tone.
You ain't lying, nigga. That same walk, the same style. That's how it be, bro. That's the game is wicked and crazy like that. But did y'all watch the Cat Stacks? Is everybody in here familiar with Cat Stacks?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was a good ass interview. I'm not gonna lie. Even though it started out like I was like, man, what the fuck? But I don't know. I was intrigued by it. I sat there and listened to that whole fucking interview on No Jumper, man.
Nah, as fucked up as she is, she an OG in this game. She the female troll guard. She the female internet hoe originator, nigga. She all that shit.
Well, you right, because I was gonna give it to Superhead, but Superhead wasn't internet.
Exactly. That's the only reason why I didn't mention her.
Yeah.
But Superhead is the original, like, celebrity hoe or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, that Cat Stacks interview was good, bro. I ain't gonna even lie, dog. Like, And it's so fucked up because I knew the girl had to have had some problems, but I had never watched her story. But when I know she had told her story a couple times a little bit, but man, hearing her tell it on No Jumper, bro, and when he asked her about what she been through as far as being a prostitute, like as you know, like a teenager in New York being a prostitute, like dealing with different dudes and everything like that, because she tells some of the crazy stories, and then she sat there a little bit. She's like, man, I went through all type of crazy shit. But then when he asked her again, well, tell her something, she was like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to talk about it. In the way she said it, I was like, damn, I already know what happened to her. You know what I'm saying? She ain't even had to say. We all know what happened to her. That's what was crazy. The way she said it, and the way she just kind of like nuts. Man, I don't even want to talk about it. It was like
she was actually being the G on that interview.
It was she was. Yeah. I gained respect for Cat Stacks, man, on everything.
Yeah, because a lot of shit she was like, I don't want to talk about that, or she just knew how to. I was just imagining her being interrogated by the police. Like, this bitch is G or something. She know how to keep her mouth closed about certain shit. She know what to talk about and what not to talk about. Yee
says Cat Stacks snitched on Filthy Rich Brother, gave up the whole operation. Is that a fact, Yee? Is that a fact? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I know she said her baby daddy got locked up for pimping and shit like that.
Yeah. Said he found her down there in Florida when she was like 15 or something.
14. What'd you say?
You see, she said she was with Mozzie.
Yeah, I remember that shit though. I remember she was fucking with Mozzie. I remember that video that No Jumper brought out when he was yelling at her in the parking lot and shit.
Right, I don't even remember that shit.
Bro, did y'all catch the whole reason why she really went on No Jumper?
Oh yeah, to piss off
she went there to piss off her ex-girlfriend. Now I wouldn't even say to piss her off, but to like shine on her.
Because the ex-girlfriend is a big fan of No Jumper.
Her ex-girlfriend watches No Jumper every day. So she went, her and her ex-girlfriend had just broken up to the point where her ex-girlfriend hit her with a Hennessy bottle and she still had the gash on her head. The cut was still fresh. She still had stitches. So she was like, I came on here, my ex-girlfriend watches this show.
But that's what we should talk about. What Albanian Urban say, Cat Stacks helped World Star Hip Hop blow up back in the day. We should talk about like how the relation, like her and Q versus Selena Powell and Academics, like how similar that shit is, bro. That's
great. She said that Q, a lot of rappers like 50 Cent and them used to shit on Q back in the day. And so that's why Q used to want to get back at rappers and shit like that. And that's why, he was like, man, I want to get back at. And I don't even think it was more so probably him getting back at the exact rappers who did them dirty. It was just like, I'll get at any of these rappers. Fuck these rap niggas.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I've heard a lot of bloggers. I deal with bloggers, I work with bloggers, collab with bloggers. I hear a lot of bloggers say, fuck these rappers. A lot of them say that. A lot of them have that type of mentality. I don't give a fuck, nigga, unless they have a relationship with the nigga. They on some bar none, spare none, nigga. They will fuck. Like, bro, do you know? Okay, did y'all see the video about Pooh Shiesty supposedly fucking with the pump?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw that and I instantly knew it was fake. Me being the nigga that I am, if I look at something and it seems fishy, it's not getting posted, it's not getting promoted. I don't give a fuck if Baller Alert posted, Shade Room posted, Vlad posted, Academics posted. If I can look at this shit and see that something's not right about it, or there's a window of doubt, is this a true story? I'm not fucking with it. But I'm going to even be more cautious if I'm playing with a man's sexuality. Because, to be honest with you, bro, me, the person that I am, if you do something on a big platform like that and put that type of information out there about me, lie on me, try to paint me as a gay man to the world, if I see you in the time frame that you did that, like, I don't know who runs Baller Alert, right? But me being the man that I am, I'm straight. If I see a platform put me on there and try to paint me out to be a gay man, if I see you and I know you after that, within that time frame of me seeing it in my blood boiling, I might try to fucking kill you. Like, literally, I might try to take your fucking life. And I'm not a killer. I'm not a killer. I'm not a gangster. But if I see you, I'm going to try to take your fucking life. So I would never play with a man like that. Never. I will never play with a man like that. But I see these blogs, they didn't give a fuck. I seen one of them apologize. Only one. Huh?
You talking about the Soulja Boy fake coach?
No, I'm talking about the Pooh Shiesty shit.
Oh yeah.
When they were saying that he was fucking with the trains.
Oh yeah, they all ran with that.
They all ran with that, and I'm like, bro, that's unacceptable, bro. That's fucking unacceptable to me.
But you know what it is, Big Hand? Like a lot of these bloggers though, bro, ain't really in the trenches and going like, I just saw you do interviews, niggas in Alabama. You interviewed Big Facts podcast.
Yeah.
I saw this, bro. I saw you do interview, bro. You been pulled up in trenches, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I've been fucking with you, bro. I just saw you pull up in trenches, and I've been following you and subscribing to you. I'm like, fam, you putting in this work, bro. I love work ethic. I'm like, man, I don't give no fuck what's going on. I'm gonna support this nigga, bro, because this nigga be taking. I know how it is, bro. You got to drive down there, you got to fly out there, whatever you got to do. You taking your cameraman, that's work, bro. Niggas putting in hours. And I see that's why you say you always respect Vlad. And that's one thing I got to respect from is that he been doing this shit 11, 12 years. Yeah. Like that nigga, no matter what you can say about him, no matter what, you can't beat work ethic. You can never not work ethic.
Hell nah.
That's just something you can't beat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I fuck with that part of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I want to be clear about this. With these bloggers and shit, you don't have to be street to know that you crossing a line with somebody. I've seen a lot of bloggers get away with that. Oh, I'm not a street nigga, and they don't want to be held to the real nigga standard, and they use that window to be able to do fuck shit. They know what they doing is from right or wrong. That's what matters. Do you know? Not, oh, I'm not street, so it doesn't matter if I put out a motherfucking story on the nigga being gay or not, and it's not true. Or I instigate some rap beef on my platform. Oh, it don't matter because I'm not street. No, nigga, you know what you're doing is right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I won't let niggas call me blogger, because I'm not finna hide behind no fucking term on nothing. I want everybody to know I got big fucking nuts. I'm standing on everything I do. If I make a mistake, I will hit a man directly on his jack. Hey, bro, I apologize, my nigga. I fucked up on that one. I got you. I'm not using no, oh, I'm a blogger term or this or that so I can get away with doing some fuck shit. Even with Charlamagne, with Jabbird Man, you were online questioning this man's sexuality. That man came to look at you about that. And your response was, I'm just a radio guy. As a motherfucking radio guy, you know you don't call, even if a nigga is gay. If that nigga pressed you about it, he got a problem with it. Did you say it or did you not? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
That's just what the fuck it is. You can't hide behind these terms after disrespecting niggas for so long, bro. But that's what niggas gonna do, though. That's how niggas move.
Some niggas know. See, this is the difference, though. You know, if you're gonna be out there in the trenches, you're gonna be interviewing niggas. You really outside, right? The term they use, right? When you really outside, you know I might run into these. But when you ain't out, when you know, like I'm somewhere put up, I'm always in the crib. I'm protected with security when I move. Sort of like academics, quote unquote. You can say what the fuck you want to say, because you know you niggas ain't. I don't go to parties. I'm not going.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, though. No, the choices. That's what I'm trying. That's the point that I want to make. I can do what academics do. I can do that. I don't feel that it's right. It ain't about me thinking, am I gonna be able to get away with it? It's just I was raised like that. I'm not disrespecting no man on no form of fashion. I don't give a fuck if I'm hiding my face or not. That's just like these internet trolls will be in the comments. You will never see me with a fucking burner account disrespecting niggas because I'm gonna feel like a whole ass niggas because of who I am on the inside. I'm not gonna get online and call no nigga no bitch ass nigga unless he didn't cross me or we up or it's up like that between us. If it's up like that between us, it's up like that, then it might get out of line, but I do my best to stay out of that type of shit. And I don't beef with rappers. Like some niggas think the place of this game is for you to go at rappers, expose rappers, and call these rappers out for shit they do. Look here, my nigga. I can say I don't agree or I agree or disagree with what a rapper do, but at the same time, bro, it ain't my motherfucking place to be combating rappers. Because guess what combat is where I'm from, nigga? Let's get out here and fight. Or me and my niggas go beat your ass when we catch you.
Right.
And that's the way, that's what them niggas know too. That's why they hide. I won't be happy in life if I'm hiding behind anything, bro. My mama didn't raise me like that. I was raised with respect, just like these little niggas was. These little niggas know better. You want to know how you know they know better? Because like you said, he's staying in the house and moving with security. Because you know you caught you doing some disrespectful shit.
Yeah.
Them niggas know what they doing is disrespectful. They know what right from wrong is. That's just what it is, bro. Nah, I'm not from Fifth Ward. I'm from Greens Point.
Hey, Big Ann, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm from Chicago. I really stay in the middle of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna speak on where I'm at, bro.
Yeah, I believe.
I'm really in the middle of this shit, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? I already know how this shit really good, man. Like
facts, man. Like I tell niggas, bro.
Like your face card is everything, bro. That's what people don't understand.
That's all I got, bro.
Your face card is everything. It ain't about no colors you wearing. It ain't about no hat you got on. It's not about none of that shit, bro. It's about your face card. Once you get your face out here known and your face on the internet and you get to doing these, that's why all these rappers die. Niggas wonder why do all these rappers die from here? Because it's about your face, bro. Once your face get known and you out here and niggas know you from every side of the town, so many people that's affiliated and clicked up and they got family here and family there. So, you know, this shit just goes so, this city big, bro. Yeah. Chicago got so many different gangs and so many different niggas, bro. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? We got there 4 million people, bro. This not no small city.
Yeah.
People get that shit twisted. You know what I'm saying? They think when they hear about all this shit in Chicago, bro, we have millions of people, bro.
Yeah.
And you got Mexican gangs. They don't even hear about that, nigga. We got 60 Mexican gangs here.
Yeah.
60 different factions of Mexican gangs. We got motherfucking 30 black gangs, bro. More than that. We got the west side, the south, the suburbs. It's so much shit. So it's like, yeah, man, what you say online and all that shit, nigga, don't play them games shit. You get your ass smoked. Get to talking online and getting out your body up, bro. That shit ain't gonna fly. So you gotta be real accountable. And
you know what's crazy down here in Houston, bro? we don't, niggas in Houston, you know, that shit kind of coming into play because of the internet, but man, that's why you don't see niggas out here in Houston doing the rap beef online and all that other shit because, bro, niggas out here ain't finna beef online.
Yeah, that's right.
Niggas in Houston know, nigga, like, bro, I say something about a nigga, somebody might come, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? And we in Chicago, niggas that know, they know niggas is coming. They know that. LA niggas know niggas is coming. Atlanta niggas know niggas is coming, but that shit is not even a part of our culture. Like, to be honest with you, we low-key look at that street beefing on some street shit and dissing dead homies and shit. That shit ain't what's up here. It's a lot of new niggas out here who just growing up watching the internet. They want to kind of follow those footsteps because they see it get talked about, it get blown up, it get covered, it get promoted. But that has never been our style here.
Right, exactly. Y'all always been playing laid back.
Man. Yeah, nigga, it's on some player laid back shit. And the street niggas in H-Town, the killers that's out here, which I don't know if niggas know, bro. H-Town got just as many killers as any other city. Killers, robbers, gangsters, takers, shooters, niggas that gang bang. That shit go on out here every day just like anywhere else. But the only thing in H-Town is the niggas who really own that, they're not finna get on the song and rap about it. Yeah, exactly. They're not finna get on the song and talk about it. And we've had a few artists out here who have started that as a trend a little bit, and you know, not to talk down on them and shit on them, it don't ever end well. It don't end well. Every time it ends very badly for them, bro. That's just what it is.
Because them man, you know, but Kia started that trend. That's what people don't understand, man.
Yeah.
Look at Chicago, bro. I'm you know, and I'm 39 years old, bro. I'm about to be 39, bro. So when I started gang banging, I was gang banging. It was in the 90s. I was out here early, 94, nigga, 95, like when Pac was alive.
Yeah.
Type shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I come from a whole different time. And Chicago just always been a gangster city. Like how Houston always rolled swingers.
Yeah.
Y'all always sip y'all drink and been player. Our motto always been gangster, bro. We always been like, you know what I'm saying? We always got money, but it was always more togetherness. But it's just like shit here, man. It's just, this is an intensified city. Wherever we on, it's gonna be intensified by 10. If we don't get money, we gonna be getting the most fucking money. You get what I'm saying? But if we doing gangster shit, we gonna be doing gangster shit time 10. And because it's just how our city is set up, bro. It's not like the South, bro. We got roads and shit is long and stretched out. We in the concrete jungle. It's like New York, bro.
Yeah, y'all a city. Y'all bunched on top of each other.
Nigga, my block that I'm on, nigga, it's four different apartments in the building I'm in. The building across the street is 12 apartments. It's 3 different kinds. You know what I'm saying? It's apartments on top of apartments. It's gangways. Chicago is just the infrastructure of it is different. Yeah. So we ward different. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will catch you different, bro. You can't. It's how shit set up here. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all don't, and I think, you know, of course, LA, but y'all also, but LA, and you know, it's other cities that got heavy gang activity like St. Louis, Lil Rock, you know what I'm saying? Other shit like that, parts of Mississippi, parts of Alabama. You know, Memphis is very heavily gang influenced, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of cities that are very heavily gang influenced, but I'll say this. I'll say killing for sport. Y'all in LA, the main 2 cities on that note, where it's impacted the whole city. But I'll say Chicago was the first ones to commercialize and popularize killing for sport. Through we know who, you know what I'm saying? And we know who. I don't even want to just throw their name out there because I said some deep shit right there, but we know who. Certain rapper, certain blogger, you know what I'm saying? And that right there, I feel like changed the whole fucking world, bro, because we never saw no kids that deep with it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was kids. And that shit just, and it didn't change. And then when other cities started picking up on it, now it's like, damn, bro, this is a part of hip hop culture now, nigga. Killing for sport.
For sport, bro, but you know why though? That because like you just touched on, if you really pay attention, Big Ant, us and Cali lead the whole America in gang banging.
Yeah.
All the gangs either come from Chicago or California, and that's period.
Yeah.
And that's all across America. They either originate here or California. So our gang history runs so deep, bro. It's ridiculous. You get what I'm saying? We got so our culture is just different here when it comes to gangs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we understand it, man. We understand it. We do.
It's also been our detriment because we lost so many niggas. Do you know how many billionaires and millionaires, potential millionaires we lost?
Yeah.
Hundreds at least.
You get what I'm saying? Nigga, we lost Juice WRLD. We done lost fucking Young Pappy. We done lost King Von. We done lost man, look, JoJo. If it lives FBG Dub, bro, it goes on and on, bro. This shit is ridiculous, bro. Chicago.
All the niggas who wasn't rappers, man, they like me some shit too, though. Y'all lost a lot of niggas in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And, you know, and I'm close to it, bro. I'm like I said, I'm never gonna speak on how close to it I am, but I'm close to it. Yeah. I come, bro. The hood I come from, I grew up. My mother in an apartment. It's famous all around the world, bro. My little homies is famous all around the world. Yeah. And I never thought it would be like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just from this internet shit, bro. Like, and this we didn't have the internet generation.
That shit spread to fucking London, dog. That shit went to fucking London. That shit went to fucking New York to the point where them niggas don't even rap like East Coast niggas no more, nigga. And the shit is so crazy that nigga, them niggas in Brooklyn right now, I can't get enough of that fucking music, bro. Yeah. I can't stop listening to 504 and 22 G's and all of them niggas, bro. I'm like, bro, this shit is hard, bro. I feel like 504 got some of the hardest shit ever, dog. And that nigga is saying the same fucking shit every song. Hey, this nigga just came in his whole like, we gonna take some. Nigga, that nigga has some the London, Brooklyn sound, and getting on that bitch and talking about drilling, shooting, ops. He talking fly shit a little bit too. He talking life shit a little bit too. I ain't gonna just dumb dog down. But it's like, I know what he finna say on the song, but I'm like, when the beat come on, I got to hear this shit. Yeah. That nigga just dropped one with motherfucking Roddy Rebel. I'm like, bro, this shit is fucking insane, bro. Yeah. So that shit just wild to me.
But you know what? You know how I feel as a Chicago, and to be honest, though, Big Ant?
Yeah.
Like, everybody capitalizes off our shit more than we do. We only got a couple, but nigga, you know how lit Chicago is supposed to be. We only got Herbo. We got what, Dirt. We got a few artists, bro.
Nah, Chicago lit though, nigga.
Yeah, we lit, but we ain't lit nowhere as what we supposed. Look at Keith, bro. Keith's is supposed to be a $200 million nigga. Keith's supposed to be some fucking well, like, you know what I'm saying?
But you know, Keith came in that shit so young, and then you know he kind of made a few early decisions with the business side of it a little bit, maybe figuring it out, and then he didn't really stick with that same little style, you know what I'm saying? But you got to think though, bro, y'all been in the last few years, y'all kept at least two top 10 rappers in the game. Y'all still got Kanye West, even though he not, you know, whatever, but y'all still had Juice WRLD. Y'all had Chance the Rapper before his situation went high with. Y'all got Lil Durk right now, and y'all got Polo G.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like Chicago is here to stay. It's unfucking deniable.
As far as our influence is damn near bigger than Atlanta.
Oh no, y'all have influenced the rap game in the last 10 years more than anybody.
Hell yeah, we should have fucking 15. Atlanta got 15 rappers on. We should have at least like 10, 8. Like, damn, we only got like about a good 4 or 5, man. Juice WRLD gone. So we got Polo G, we got Herbo, we got Dirt. We got a dude named Lil Easy too, man. Y'all check out Lil Easy. Fuck with Lil Easy. He just put his album out. He actually super good, man.
Yeah. But see, the reason why niggas don't look like the Chicago ain't. Now, the reason why we can't even look at Chicago like y'all not factors, like how you thinking, is because at the end of the day, we know Chicago presence has such a grip on the game, period.
Right.
So we would never, niggas know, nigga, you gotta mention Chicago if you speaking hip hop right now.
That's true. But
you can't mention hip hop without speaking Chicago. Niggas know they control a big part of this game, and they have put they grip on this game, and it's not going nowhere. Like you spoke earlier, bro. All these niggas know, we know about all these young niggas that died in Chicago. The whole rap game was talking about Lil Reese getting shot today, and I don't know what's the last song Lil Reese dropped.
Yeah.
But the whole world needed to know, like, damn, is this it for Lil Reese? Is it over for Lil Reese? And you know what niggas said after they saw that video? Niggas game, believe it or not. I look at the comments, I see some trolls or whatever. You know what niggas was saying? Boy, that nigga, they're hard to kill. Niggas said that nigga hard to kill, boy. Hey, that nigga there got 9 lives. They was like, boy, this nigga here just won't go. You know what they saying? You know what niggas is looking at him and saying, bro? That nigga is one of them niggas. Like, they looking at it like, hey, bro, yeah, you took. Of course, the nerds gonna get online and look at it like, oh, man, you know how the nerds do. They don't really know how street shit work. They gonna get online and say some goofy ass nerdy shit, but niggas is looking at it like, bro, this nigga face leaking. He got knots all over his head. He got shot up. And that nigga gonna come out and still talk his shit? When he got shot in the neck, that nigga still talked his shit? When he got jumped, he still talked his shit? He done made it out of a fucking another situation. And we have watched all of this shit. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not glorifying that shit at all, man. Lil Reese is 28 years old now, man. That nigga too old to be going through this shit. I don't want to see a motherfucking young brother, bro, on the motherfucking ground suffering, bro. That nigga was outside suffering, dog.
Yeah.
That nigga was suffering, man. I don't think people know how traumatic that type of experience is for a human, bro. We so numb to this shit that people was recording this shit, bro.
No, I'm still fucked up how Capo was the worst one, bro.
Yeah.
That big, I know firsthand, bro. So.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just speaking on even shit that I done seen in person. Nigga, I don't know if a lot of internet nerds see when somebody gets shot right next to you, how that shit make your body feel, nigga. That nigga, if a nigga run by your shit dumping and you don't know them bullets is coming, that shit fucks you up, bro. You was traumatized for a little bit, nigga. Like, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck who you is, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you the nigga that shoot back. It's a lot of niggas that shoot back when they get shot at because they know they on that type of time. But nigga, do you know how they make a nigga adrenaline rush when that shit go on? And I ain't talking to you, Gooch. I'm talking to the niggas on the internet. You know what I'm saying? They don't get that. That shit is a gang. That shit is that they looked at that shit. Some niggas looked at that shit. That's how fucked up the world is today. Some niggas looked at that shit that Lil Reese went through as this is nothing more than entertainment to me.
Yeah. And niggas gotta understand, man. That's why, Like when you choose that life, bro, it's like when you go to a nigga funeral, they got bodies.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it. You can't feel sorry for it because you know this nigga participate in that lifestyle.
100% correct.
This shit with Lil Reese, this shit with Lil Reese, bro, I could look at that shit and I can only feel sorry for him for so much because it's like, you know, I know he's still he a brother like me, and I don't want the nigga to want nothing happen to him. But
yeah, we know what he on.
You know what I'm saying? But but we know what he on. We know the life he living.
Yeah.
I don't know how many niggas he just spanked and pulled their skirt down.
Yeah.
So that might be karma coming back to the nigga. So I gotta take it for what it is, bro.
Facts. We got to. Shit. Lil Reese is clearly signed up for this. I ain't heard the nigga complain yet. That's what be so crazy to me with these young niggas. They go through all this bullshit. I ain't heard one of these niggas complain.
Hell no. You got no, bro. That's what you signed up for, like you said.
I don't hear none of these niggas complain, and that is fucking like I don't never hear none of these niggas say, "Oh man, this shit fucked up, nigga." These whole niggas, they on some shit like, "Hey man, it is what it is." Like, what the fuck? That is a problem that we have in the black community, my nigga. This is not normal, bro. We not supposed to be riding around trying to blow each other a fucking way. This shit is not fucking normal, bro. And we done got to the point when we making this shit normal, bro. Like,
but you know why, bro? We still feeling as facts of slavery.
Facts.
We think we more far removed from slavery than we really are.
Shit.
And we really not, my nigga. We really not that far removed from slavery. This shit's still affecting us. This shit been passed down from your grandpa. You know, we come from motherfucking whole lot of dysfunction. We got dysfunction passed down. We got trauma. You know, a lot of this shit be genetic, man. We got a lot of shit going on in black folks, man. We a special case, man.
Man, niggas don't even realize, bro, we only 55 years out of segregation.
For real, though.
And I always speak on that on here, like, bro, we only 55 years away from segregation, dog.
Well, that's facts, bro.
That's young as fuck, bro. 55 years ago, nigga, we was segregated.
Well, the first black billionaire was birthed, maybe 10 years ago? Who was it, Bob Johnson, Oprah or something?
I don't know.
10, 15 years ago or something? Like, bro, our first black billionaire, there's only one of them. Like, nigga, we ain't got no generational wealth. LeBron and them kids gonna have money. We just coming into people that's getting generational wealth.
Facts.
To the point where they kids gonna have money. Kevin Hart and them kids gonna have money.
In abundance. Yeah, it's gonna be an abundance of kids with generational wealth. And that's all, and that's what we needed. And we finally got there, man. It's finally about to come.
We gonna be old niggas by the time we come.
Yeah.
You know, niggas like us gonna be 60-something. We're going to be looking down like that, man. They living though. Motherfuckers had Lambo trucks all up their mama did. And
I want to see it, man. How these rich white kids be having all this money and splurging and able to go to these universities and shit. I'm ready to see that for these black kids, man. I'm ready to see it, bro. We deserve it, dog.
Hey, that's what you see when you see a Justin LeBoy show. Justin LeBoy's show is fucking Puffy's son. That's his homie.
Yeah.
That's his daddy network. He put his guy on through his daddy network, and they doing the show, and they fucking hoes, and they rich, and they just spoil you, and they lick. And I love to see that shit, bro. Every time I see them little niggas, I be like, man, you little niggas go, man.
And you know what's crazy too, like with Puffy sons. Puffy, both of Puffy boys, and also, you know, Lil Romeo, bro. Them some niggas that stayed in their lanes, bro.
Yeah.
Them niggas stayed in their lanes, bro. Puffy kids stayed in their lane, and that nigga Lil Romeo stayed in his motherfucking lane. And that's just respectable, bro, because, like, it was a lot of niggas who we knew, like, bro, you trying to jump in a lane that ain't really you. Like, Bow Wow jumped all out of his fucking lane, bro. And I know that nigga look back on that shit sometime and be like, why did I do that shit? Niggas can't tell me he can't tell me he don't regret some of the moves he made.
Because he was so young. Bow Wow. Wow. When you that young and you get that on, man, it's like none of us can really understand that psyche, bro. Being everybody kissing your ass when you're 13 years old, and you triple platinum. You know what I'm saying? And you got fucking millions of dollars in the bank, and it's just like Bow Wow's psyche is just totally different, bro. So that nigga, I could never understand him. That's why I just pray for Bow Wow and I just let him be.
Nah, he cool. He cool. Man, Bow Wow gonna always be like that kid star, bro. Like, and one man, niggas crazy. I always give Bow Wow's props. How a nigga just fuck. How nigga as a kid growing up, it was like a thing where nigga you had to listen to him, you had to see him, you had to respect his star power. But there was always that side of us is just little hard heads, like, oh man, this little rich kid, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I look back like, bro, man, if that nigga would have just stayed in his lane, bro, I feel like this nigga would be so fucking unstoppable, dog. He would be unstoppable, bro, if that nigga just stayed in his lane, dog. Musically, acting wise, like Bow Wow had the talent to be a motherfucking top fucking tier actor, bro. That nigga was doing movies since a kid.
True.
Bow Wow could have been a top level actor, nigga. Bow Wow could have went and probably transformed into, hey, nigga, you ain't Denzel, but nigga, you one of them niggas in Hollywood that nigga, you getting Oscars and shit, nigga.
Yeah. That's a fact.
That nigga was great.
Well, nigga. Bow Wow always been battling with identity crisis, bro, because he been trying to figure himself out. That's that child star.
Yeah.
You know, all them child stars, man. You see that pattern, man.
Gangland, I see you, homie. Say fuck on the same hoes as Diddy, son.
Your perception of life be fucked up before you even get too old to understand what life is.
Facts.
To yourself, you know what I'm saying? Everybody kissing your ass when you 16, nigga.
True.
And you know what I'm saying? You look at life. That time you get 30, Bow Wow probably feel like he 80 years old.
You ain't lying. That nigga went through a lot.
Yeah, that nigga 30, man. That nigga feel like he's 70, man.
MAGA TV 2020 said, how come Howard Stern don't give his black co-host ownership? Rory is there to bring down Joe. He had to report to a black man as a boss. Rory is trying to use Maul to bring down Joe. Dog, you are lost. I don't think you paid attention to anything going on, and that is very bad for the sake of information, and it's very bad for the sake of everything, bro. Go do some research. Do some research about what's going on, dog. You got to get your understanding together. And that's one thing I realized on the internet. We can all watch the same thing and interpret it different, but facts is facts, my nigga. And what you just said is completely false. MAGA 2020, bro, I would have to sit here and explain that shit to you forever. And that is like not what I'm going to do tonight. I wanted to get into something, y'all. And I know this is an old topic. A lot of y'all might tap out on this topic. I want to talk about the fucking Nas album, and I might fuck around and do a YouTube video on this. When Nas had the audacity to make that album, Hip Hop Is Dead, in December of 2006, how did y'all feel about that?
Hip Hop Is Dead. That's I fucked with.
It was when he was standing like over a grave or some shit like that. He had the rose. And in the album, he had a song called Hip Hop Is Dead, and the album was called Hip Hop Is Dead.
Yeah, bro, that wasn't no cold album. That shit ain't moved nothing.
It wasn't one of his best albums, but it had some bangers on there, though.
Nas gonna always give you something that sound good. I'm really talking about you loved it, replayed it too. Okay, Canadian 81. Louis B said it was trash. I need other feedback on that. Who else felt the way about it? I never heard it. I'm embarrassed. LOL. Ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. Nas was out of his fucking mind when he said that dumb shit.
Well, hip-hop is not dead.
Hip-hop never died, and it wasn't dead then. I'm going to give y'all a list of the fucking albums that dropped when Nas dropped that motherfucking bullshit that year, bro. And all of you East Coast niggas, because that's who it mostly come from, you super East Coast rap heads, all that hip hop is dead shit, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear anybody say hip hop is dead anymore. It's over.
Hey, what PMC say, man? Hip hop, we ain't never made none of that shit.
But see, you taking it way too literal. He just kind of went over your head what he was saying, bro.
No, I know what he was saying, bro. I knew what he was saying, but he shouldn't have said it because he later left that message to really call out niggas' rap skills and what niggas was making music about and all this other shit, bro.
I mean, shit, hit dog on holler.
Do you know what I'm talking? You can't say that because you creating a narrative, bro. You creating a fucking narrative of what's going on in the game. And guess what? Hip hop was motherfucking killing at that time, nigga. Do you know what albums dropped that year? Like Father, Like Son, Lil Wayne. That was 06. Young Dro, The Best Thing Smoking. T.I., King, Jeezy, The Inspiration. Outkast dropped the project that year. Ghostface Killer dropped that project at Fish Scale, some shit that year. The Roots dropped the album that year. But I'm telling you the albums that dropped.
Them albums was cool, but that wasn't like no classic.
But I'm saying these are the albums that dropped that year, bro. Hip hop, these are the albums that came out. For that time frame, these niggas had good music on these projects. Did you not fuck with the Young Dro album at that time? That Young Dro album was hard.
Not overall.
I was riding to that bitch, bro.
That bitch had like 3 tracks that I was really fucking with. I ain't saying only 3 track jam.
That man, he said, Dro, I'm clean in this bitch. Now I'm finna show the
rubber band.
That Rubber Band Banks went off.
That
hey, Big Aunt.
They don't really know about Dro. They don't really know about Dro.
You gotta understand
that whole
niggas too, though, bro. Your niggas live in their own world. They think that, you know, that they still hate on the South to this day. I mean,
that's the perception, bro. It wasn't hate. That title wasn't hate, bro. I'm telling you, it wasn't hate. He was trying to give hip hop back on some hip hop ass shit. Like not necessarily, hey, I don't like the sound because these South niggas don't sound how we sound. It's the fact that the topics, the commentary, even Pimp C said he just didn't say hip hop is dead, but he was like, we got to get back to the social commentary and rap. Niggas was talking about a bunch of bullshit nonsense.
Okay, but bro, that's what I'm saying. We had elements of that in a lot of music too, though. That's what I'm saying. When you say that, you throwing that cape on the whole motherfucking rap game, and it just wasn't true. The cape, they had a lot of rappers. Yeah, you had certain songs that were pushed as singles and things of that nature, but at that time, niggas was having to drop. Niggas was dropping real shit too. They had good content. Like I was listening to content from Rick Ross at that time. Jeezy, The Inspiration had good content. Even the Game album had good content that year. Outkast had put out a project that year. The Clips dropped their second album that year. Hell Had No Fury came out that year.
Yeah, I heard that.
Come on, man. What is we talking about? Like these niggas was talking. Jim Jones, Hustler's Product of My Environment. I let that motherfucker play all the way through. Whether it wasn't the best rap album or not, that Emotionless on there, They'll Never Take Me Alive. Because mama raised her up a thug. Jim Jones changed the rap game with that Hustler's P on ME, dog. Come on, that shit came out that year.
Man, he had so much shit on that.
Cameron came through with that album when he had that red hat on and that red leather jacket. I think Get 'Em Girls was on that hoe. Not Get 'Em Girls. Get 'Em Daddy. Like, that shit was hard, nigga. I was riding around to that shit. Not to mention, Dipset was dropping crazy ass underground tapes.
Y'all, Jeezy was on fire then.
Jeezy had just dropped the Inspiration that year.
06 was like Jeezy year. T.I. was on fire. Like,
yeah, T.I. dropped King that year.
Y'all, 06 was a good year for music. I don't know what the fuck he talking about, man.
Bro, that shit was crazy, bro.
You know the one
That shit was mediocre.
About me being well from Chicago.
King ain't one of T.I. this album. I ain't say it was trash. This shit was okay. Like I said, it was mediocre.
But I'm saying, did you hear this lineup of shit that I named, bro?
All of those albums were cool. None of them were classics.
But I'm so
that's just my opinion.
okay, let me think, bro. Hustler's P on ME is a classic, bro.
There wasn't no trash ass year, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't like
I'm not saying it was the best, but I'm saying niggas put out good work.
Back to my original point, Nas didn't say that for the quality of the music anyway, so I don't know how that got into it. Like, that's not why.
But when he went in interviews, he was preaching that shit, man. And then that started to come, whether he was saying it for the quality of music or not, all them fucking East Coast niggas ran with that. These Southern niggas.
Anyway, but that's like saying Nas never worked with nobody from the South or nothing.
I'm not saying that, bro. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. I'm just saying we can't make them type of statements, bro. And I see niggas still making them statements to this day. If Nas never said that fucking lame ass shit, we wouldn't hear that. I still wouldn't have niggas dissing hip hop now. I fucking hate to hear that in these comments. When I just listened to this Kodak Black album, I just listened to this Babyface Ray, I just listened to this G Perico. And I'm like, bro, this music isn't for everybody, but these niggas are putting the good fucking music out. We got Houston niggas putting out good music. We got motherfuckers in Memphis. Memphis is going fucking crazy right now. Now the music might not be for you, it might not be the most lyrical, but all that hip hop is dead shit. That shit needs to get thrown out. And it still get echoed because of one of the OGs decided it'd be cute to name his album that.
And you know what?
But he ain't create that narrative though. East Coast niggas was on this shit way before Nas.
And he fell in line with that lame ass shit.
Hey, look, bro, that come from off the backs of fucking Laffy Taffy. If you remember, listen, so think about 06. 06, Laffy Taffy was 05.
It carried over into 06.
Yeah, it carried over into 06. All the Atlanta shit, Tad.
Even the Dallas shit too, though.
Party like a rock star, the Dallas shit, the fucking. So that's what was taking over the airwaves, and they started playing that shit in New York. And the New Yorkers, them old New York niggas with the big Tims and the fisherman hats with the camouflage on and all that shit, bro. They didn't like that shit, bro. Yeah. That shit make them feel some type of way. You know, by me being a Chicagoan, bro, that's a special thing about us. We mid-coast, bro. I grew up on everything, bro. I literally could rap East Coast shit. I could rap down south, nigga.
But we all.
Yeah, we did. We like that in the South too, though. Like especially in Houston, dog. Nigga, it'll shock some niggas that you can catch Houston niggas listening to everything, bro. We got our DJ Screw culture. We got our Swisher House culture. We got our drink sipping, candy paint. We got our certain way we dress, but nigga, when music come out, we going to get that shit. That's just what it is. We jamming everything, nigga. We jamming the clips.
So much of y'all own culture.
Yeah, people don't know that though. That's it's crazy.
You gotta think about what's on the Swisher House tape.
Yeah. You say what?
Hey, Big A, you know my favorite Texas song, man?
What?
It's Pussy Weed and Alcohol. The Fifth Ward Boys, the Chop and Screw edition.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Texas song, bro. Ever.
Yeah.
That's all real. We listen to everything. West Coast, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Chicago.
And we the same way, nigga. You gonna catch some Houston niggas even right now to this day, bro. Older niggas or younger niggas. You gonna catch niggas jamming East Coast shit. You gonna catch niggas jamming West Coast shit, Chicago shit, Detroit shit. If your music is good and it get put in front of a Houston nigga, we gonna go listen to it. Niggas ain't gonna say, oh, I can't listen to you because you ain't from Houston. We gonna jam our shit too. But hey, nigga, nah, hey, nigga, nah, nigga, we finna go jam that. Nigga, when all the new music come out, niggas in Houston is going to the store buying the fucking CDs.
Yeah.
We going in that hoe buying a motherfucking Snoop Dogg album. We going in that hoe buying a G-Unit album. We going in that hoe buying a new Jay-Z album. We going in that, nigga, do you know the type of impact that Dipset had on Houston, nigga?
Right.
Nigga, Dipset, nigga, in Houston? Do you know niggas out here started making their own Mesquite shirts? Nigga, we started making our own, niggas was making their own Mesquite shirts out here, nigga, because of Dipset. Huh? Yeah, Jim Jones had a club out here. Jim Jones stayed out here in H-Town fucking around. I think he had Club Butter. I think the nigga had 2 clubs out here. I think he had Butter, and I think he had ended up getting Blue Flame. The strip club, I think he had that hoe for a little bit. I could be wrong though. Niggas was fucking with Dipset, Jim Jones, and them niggas, bro. Like I say, even when Dipset first hit with Oh Boy, that was the one that blew them niggas out the water. But when they kept the mixtape shit going, and then they fucked around, and Jim Jones had that takeoff, because they kind of had died down a little bit on the mainstream. But when Jim Jones had that takeoff with Ballin' and all that shit, nigga, H-Town was on that, nigga, like, we rocking with Jim Jones. Yeah. That's just how it is.
And that nigga probably saved himself for another year or so.
You say what?
I mean, I know y'all fuck with other music because you know niggas tour everywhere.
Yeah.
Niggas' biggest markets be somewhere everywhere. So
yeah.
I know y'all fuck with it, but I know y'all the place that got y'all culture is real ingrained. Some places got a real big culture to where they can live in their own culture, like how Texas artists. Everybody outside of Texas, we all know that Texas artists can live and thrive just off eating off Texas.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? They don't even have to go outside to take. Them niggas can eat beautifully off Texas. We don't even have to know a CD that dropped.
Right on.
Shit sold, the independent game comes from Texas. Like we all know that across the country, bro, and we respect that. We know that, bro. So
and see one thing about Texas too, like if you hot in Texas, you gonna be hot in parts of Louisiana. You gonna be hot in parts of Arkansas, and you gonna be hot in parts of Mississippi, and you gonna be hot in Oklahoma, and you gonna be hot in New Mexico. So if you get hot in Texas and you pop it in Texas, you already having 4 other states that's coming with it. That's just how it work out here. Like if you could get hot as fucking Texas, you gonna eat off 4 other states with that. You gonna be able to do shows every weekend. It's niggas out like Beat King. That nigga Beat King stay doing shows because he got that little fan base. You know what I'm saying? He got that market.
Music he doing that strip club.
Yeah. Mo 3 was doing that shit. Mo 3 was doing that shit when Slim Thug was like real active. He was doing that shit. Lil Flip was doing that shit. OTB Fastlane kind of be doing that shit right now still. The pandemic kind of slowed that shit down on them shows, but like before that pandemic, OTB Fastlane was booked around this whole like every weekend. I want to say, yeah, Young Boy got a big fan base everywhere though, nigga. That ain't, Young Boy is the #1 Google nigga in the world. That's just what that is.
That's the energy, man.
What else I was gonna speak on, bro? So, all right, let's before we get up out of here, what does the Joe Budden podcast go from here, dog? What do y'all think the next step is? I want everybody in here in full participation, man. Where does the Joe Budden podcast go from here?
I think he'll be good, man.
So we'll all give our little take on it.
You say, I mean, I think the podcast is gonna be all right with Ice and Ish and Parks. You know, Parks is still a good personality too. I still think the podcast is gonna be fire. I'm just saying, like, does this hurt a little bit of Joe's image? Do people actually take what Rory and Mal is saying into consideration?
Yeah, this do hurt his image. Hell yeah, this fucking hurt his image.
Because now it's like somebody is lying now. You know, it's been so one-sided for so long. It's been one-sided for so long. Now it's kind of like, okay, we got a whole nother side of the story now. Motherfuckers gonna start asking the questions. Motherfuckers want to know the truth now. And it's like, Joe, you have to address everything that they said on that podcast, or you're gonna look like you're lying.
Hello?
You said what?
Yeah, he's gonna have to address everything. I mean, he's gonna do that on the next podcast. That's gonna be the content for the next pod. Like this pod was like, this shit ain't gonna be resolved, man, for a while before you get to stop talking about them more. But I don't know, man. I think this just don't sit right with Joe. And something's gonna happen, man.
What you thinking? Like on some, he gonna spaz out on niggas?
Nah, I think maybe he gonna try to correct shit with like Mom. No, I don't think he gonna spaz out no further. I think it's all redemption from here. So I think that he like tries to rekindle shit with Mom and Rory, maybe like. I think because you know, like when he was saying he apologized to Mom, you know what I thought? Apologized to Rory.
Nah, he didn't. You know, he didn't apologize to Mal though.
Yeah, no, to Rory.
Yeah.
He said he apologized to Rory. You know what I thought about? I thought about his mother. He one of them niggas. He real close to his mother. And he'd always talk about it. His mama probably listened to it, and she was in his ear. Like, you need to apologize to him.
Yeah.
I think his mama behind the scenes gonna pull a lot of strings with Joe too, though.
Yeah.
That's what one thing we forget about. You know what I'm saying? You know, he talk about that from like his OG. She the one that really, really be behind the scenes. So she gonna tell Joe like, man, you wrong. You should have never talked about Rory like that. And that's why he was like, you know what? I'm sorry. Even the therapist probably told him that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah. If he's still talking to that therapist, then there is a chance that he might fuck with
the therapist was actually on the podcast. I don't know if I said that on here.
So he might fuck with him. Boots might be right. Boots might be right.
The therapist did sing, but it was so crazy because even when he was talking to this therapist, that nigga Joe was sounding fucking crazy as fuck, bro. Because he was like, he was going in and out. It was like he'd be on the right track saying some good shit, and then he'll go back to some other bullshit. Right there with the fucking therapist.
But he has a real mental health issue, right?
It kind of shit. I mean, I don't know. I can't diagnose the nigga, but judging by his behavior as of late, that nigga got some problems.
from what he say, shit. You know, they say I'm so bad from the lunatic, you know. He's trying to live in that shit.
I ain't gonna lie. When that nigga growled that little yachty, I knew that nigga was something was a little different with him, bro. That nigga growled that little yachty, nigga. That nigga, oh, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean you don't know? Huh?
But you couldn't get Joe to do that right now because his bag up.
Oh yeah, Joe ain't gonna do that no more.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do that no more, man. That bag up.
Yeah.
You know, right. If that motherfucker bag was down, nigga be angry. Nigga had that fashion. Motherfucker bag up. That nigga wearing long coats, $3,000-$4,000 coats and shit.
Yeah, that nigga Joe and that bitch looking like a
oversized Balenciaga sweaters and
Yeah, that nigga wearing designer sweaters and coats and Joe probably getting some type of pussy he never got. You know, Joe always kept him a cold bitch, but he probably fucking on some hoes that got real live status now.
Yeah. He coming
that
on
nigga, they act like Joe got a thing for getting out.
You said Joe got a what?
He got a thing for getting the Dominicans off. He said in the Dykeman area of New York. Like,
Yeah.
He said Tahiri and Sin Santana. He was like, man, they gotta realize something about Joe, man. He's like, what he brings to the table is like you can't really see it. It's just there. You know,
I gotta watch Academics Twitch now.
Like Rory and Paul, as much as he could.
I gotta watch Academics Twitch now because I want to see how fair he can be. Cause I do, like I say, I understand why he don't like them niggas. I get it. I get why he don't like Rory and Maul, but I want to see how fair he can be because Academics is the same person that said Joe is hard to he know that Joe hard to work with. He said that before. He also said that when Joe was going to revolt and Everyday Struggle was ending, he was like, Joe was kind of like talking to him, and he said it kind of feel like this nigga think he my boss a little bit.
No bullshit.
So it was like Joe that came out of Academics' mouth. So it's kind of like, well, damn. But I ain't gonna lie. Summing up that podcast that Rory and Maul did, they most definitely changed my opinion. I hate to sound like a flip-flop nigga, but that word profit share and percentage in the contract, this is what the contract is, and we're asking about the deals because we get paid by percentages and not salary. Hey, them niggas was not no just employees, bro. Them niggas was partners, dog.
Yeah, when you got to you get to say that word percentages, you say percentages mean partners.
Nigga, we partners, nigga. I don't give a fuck if niggas like that or not. I don't give a fuck if you thought that they didn't deserve. And a lot of people got to understand that what you think they deserve and don't deserve, or if you feel like they're important enough or who is the more important nigga, when it's contracts and paperwork drawn up and it's saying that, that's just what the fuck it is.
It's not at all, man.
So we gonna see, dog. I think that I don't think nobody gonna file no lawsuit. I think that lawsuit shit is dead. But what I do know, Joe ain't resting easy right now. He was on Twitter saying some shit, and it just seemed like he all over the fucking place, bro. Appreciate the love, Rob Dove, man. That's love, gang. If you still on here, I just seen that shit, Rob Dove. I'm finna go to Joe Budden Twitter before we get up out of here. See what he had to say. Joe Budden said, that nigga Joe Budden be in his feelings, bro. He'll get on here and start arguing with niggas. He'll get on here and really start arguing with niggas on Twitter, bro. That nigga said, Joe Budden, tell your therapist to send me her invoice. I felt like I was at therapy too. LOL, shaking my head. Okay, when the shit came out, he said, I'm going to give a class one of these days. Then somebody said, hey, man, they just exposing your fuck shit. And he said, Joe Budden responded and said, no, you just stupid. Somebody said, Joe Budden thought that the therapist was going to save him. Your true colors are shown. Joe said, hopefully red is in play. Joe Budden, you get in the way of your own greatness. And then Joe said, then why am I still great? They said, yeah, you about to be in the red real soon, LOL. He said, well, good thing you gave me a heads up, isn't it? That nigga said, I'll never crash and burn because I fucks with niggas that I'll pull my coattail when I'm wrong. That'll pull my coattail when I'm wrong. A nigga tweeted that to Joe. Joe responded, thank them for me. Somebody said, Joe Budden, you looking funny in the light. He said, make it brighter.
That nigga gonna come with a club and get back on him now.
Joe Budden, only ones bashing you are the ones that know nothing about business, making deals, etc. With business friendships don't matter. Only one obligation is business. Joe said, I'm well aware, dog.
So he's just being an asshole, basically.
Yeah, he's just being an asshole.
Trying to piss niggas off even more than he can on what they are, you know what I mean?
It says there's a rule called the parole evidence rule, and it's specifically applicable for situations such as this. Until we see the final agreement, which probably won't happen, for all we know, they never contracted in that they could check the books. Joe says that's the toughest part. Their video says they still don't know what's in their contract, but it's all good with the lawyer. So Joe was kind of pushing that on live that niggas didn't know what the fuck was going on still, and they don't know how to read contracts and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. It seems like Joe is using that contract talk to his advantage, or trying to use the intelligence of contracts and all that shit to his advantage. And I ain't gonna lie, nigga, if y'all agreed upon they get a certain percentage of the money that come in, hey, nigga, if you not honoring that, then you just not being a solid nigga. It ain't nothing else to talk about. You could talk all that, read the contract shit and all that you want to, but don't be that nigga that's gonna make them have to go get lawyers just to see what the motherfucking dollars amount is if you actually fucking agree, if you agree to pay them by percentage.
You know, Joe, one of them niggas, he sounds smart to a dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
If you see me hypnotized to those slick shit he talking about, even Marissa said that. Marissa said he can convince anybody anything. He can convince you to paint on the wall is green if you sit and listen to him all day.
For real.
And that's that nigga gift, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and you know, I get it, because I know niggas like that, but man, you ain't gonna, you know.
It don't work on me.
Yeah, and that's why he ain't gonna keep niggas like Big Hand around.
Yeah.
He never gonna have Big Hand sitting on the side of him on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't gonna have no niggas that gonna hold him accountable, because he can't flow and be who Joe naturally arrogant, full of himself, asshole self is. On the podcast, sitting gloat and say I'm rich every episode.
Yeah.
That nigga killed me, bro. He's got to talk about he rich every episode.
He has been. I've been kind of like not paying attention to it because I look at Joe Budden as a different type of nigga. But he has been talking about money a fucking lot, bro.
That nigga be like, and I'm rich. Looking at him. Yeah. Look at Joe, you like a white man, man. Like,
yeah.
You like, that's that old white man shit.
Yeah, bro, that middle-aged white man shit that I be talking about, bro.
Started off on some whole nother bro. I don't know where this come from, man. But hey, man, do your thing. I want to see you get rich, my nigga.
I do too. Like, I want to see all these niggas ball because they make me think that I got an opportunity to ball too, nigga. Like, I don't mind these niggas getting no money, bro. That's one thing about me. Like, I want to see these niggas get that bag. And I want to be very clear. I was with Joe Budden fighting for what he felt like he was owed on that Spotify deal. I was glad when he said he wasn't going to sign the deal because they was trying to jerk them niggas, basically signing them to a 360. And Joe was like, nigga, they going to own everything. We can't do that shit. And he said, and he exposed that to us why he couldn't do it. I love that. And I disagree with what Charlamagne was saying.
Yeah, Charlamagne was just, he was basically just, because him and Joe got a weird ass relationship. They got a relationship I've never seen before, though. So I don't get it. Them niggas hating on each other. They'd do a pull-up. I mean, the New Year's Eve special with each other. They'd do each other podcasts. And all while they hating on each other, they'd fuck with each other. It's like, that shit weird, man.
Yeah, they do got a weird ass relationship.
Bro, that shit weird in the mouth. Either y'all don't like each other, y'all, but clearly y'all don't really fuck with each other. It's phony kicking. That's where I'm from, we call it phony kicking. Nigga, that's phony kicking. You know what I'm talking about? We don't phony kicking around here, bro. Yeah. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you, bro. Somebody will get hurt, you know.
And then you know, Joe spoke on Charlamagne recently saying he texted him good morning and the nigga never responded.
Right. Yeah.
Charlamagne holding that grudge, nigga, because he was going in on Charlamagne.
Yeah, Charlamagne don't really like Joe, bro, because Joe one of them niggas, either you like him or you hate him. It ain't really no in between. Either you fuck with him or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, because these niggas at my job, like, I don't fuck with dude. I don't Joe Budden podcast. I don't listen. I don't like that nigga. My older group, my team leader at work, man. That nigga like, man, I don't fuck with dude, man. I don't like that nigga, man. I just do rub me the wrong way. I'm like, you listen to the podcast? He's like, hell no, I ain't never listen to that shit. I don't like it. And I'm like, man, there's just, you know, he that type of nigga, but you know, you get that kind of asshole by nature, you know, shit in you a little bit, then you gonna kind of fuck with and gravitate towards that podcast. You know what I'm saying? If you got that quirky type of asshole humor, and you know, you kind of, you got a different type of humor, then you gonna like the podcast. And that's what I noticed. So he gonna always have a space in him.
I'm gonna read y'all some of my tweets before I go. That nigga said, a fan said, I never seen a nigga wearing a mirror he had in my life, Maul. And Maul said, never. And Maul said, I'm not mad. I just found out that I wasn't respected. That's all. And then the nigga say, hiding the count is way crazier than hiding detergent. Maul said, I was hiding detergent. Niggas will say anything but the truth, man. He said, Maul, on my life, you ain't lying, G. This how you know when niggas changing in this new era. No pun intended. He talking about the mirror he had. Okay. And he said, right hand to God, I knew it was over when I saw that hat. He said, once your heart gone and your energy is gone, you gotta move on. And he was like, he said, the truth is consistent and quiet. Somebody said, I honestly owe Marissa an apology. I always thought she did something out of pocket. After listening to what Maul and Rory had to say, sounds like it was Joe's ego back then too. Maul says always his ego. He's a talented dude, but his ego is bigger than his talent. And once you start pushing your ego on your friends, you're drunk off clown juice forever. Yep. So that's that, y'all. Man, we had a lit live tonight. A lot of motherfuckers was in here. Y'all know how we rock, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in. The Studio 56 podcast will be back rolling in a few days. I don't know exactly what day. Y'all make sure y'all fuck with Gooch. Gooch, give me your shit, man.
Man, my shit, the Gooch to God on Instagram.
For sure. Y'all fuck with the Goose to God.
It's on Twitter, the same thing. Goose to God on Twitter.
Shout out to yeah, shout out to Chicago for sure. I'm gonna drop more videos. I got a couple interviews that I did that I ain't put out yet that I gotta drop. Those will be coming next week. I'm gonna keep this shit updated because the supporters love this topic, and I gotta keep, you know what I'm saying? They gotta keep the supporters fed. This is a very unharmful topic also. So I keep y'all updated on whenever I hear information or see anything. Somebody usually sending me shit or DMing me shit or tagging me or going to an old video and commenting. That's the best way to kind of get at a nigga. Go like a comment, then respond to a comment in the old video on YouTube. If you ain't on social media, commenting on the videos and saying, you know, hey, you know, some new news on there or something like that. If you want me to speak on something, that's a good way to get in contact. Also, what else I was gonna say? I fucking forgot, bro. Yeah, I'll keep y'all updated on this. I'm pretty sure tomorrow there'll be a new topic to speak on with this shit. If I see any updates with Lil Reese that'll work, that I feel like, okay, a nigga need to tap in on this, I'll come and speak on it. Gotta be factual though. So I might do a video on that tomorrow. Right now, I was gonna drop one today. I said, nah, man, it's all over the place. I don't really see nothing factual.
Real quick, what was the Mayweather shit in the title about?
All the Mayweather shit. He's actually suing that company, Pac, for like 120 million.
What company?
Pac, that PAC company.
What do they make?
I think they do some shit like with boxing and promo and shit.
Oh, you know any details of like why he doing that shit?
Yeah, I had read it. They said that he had to change the date to June 6th, and they was supposed to do something with him. So he's suing them for that money and damage. I'm gonna just read the report real quick. It's 120 million though. Oh, I had Nicki Minaj in there too, bro. Did y'all see fucking Nicki Minaj on that video? What the fuck was that? Why would she even get on there and say that shit, bro?
Nah, what she say though?
She said something about, oh, if you listen to my music, you know what drugs I use. And I was like, Nicki, like, really?
I didn't know she said that. Yeah, they was talking about she was on coke and she was trying to like announce this shit.
She was like, you know what drugs I use. I think she done rapped about popping pills before. And I'm not here to judge nobody for their vices, their lifestyle, or nothing. Nicki Minaj is a legend, but I'm like, bro, you ain't got to come on here and say that shit, Nicki.
I guess she really does not want people to think she on coke, so she's willing to say like, yes, I do have the drug use issue or problem or whatever.
Everybody was saying that she was sniffing the whole video, but I was just like, Nicki, you ain't even got. Huh?
Doja Cat was acting like she was on something that one day she was sniffing the whole video too.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I usually don't have a problem with females. I really dislike that bitch Doja Cat. Oh, I cannot stand that whore bitch. I cannot stand that whore ass bitch Doja Cat, dog. She gets no love on Urban Politicians TV. She gets no fucking love on Urban Politicians TV. What that bitch do, man? Bro, she was in the tiny chat letting these fucking white boys talk to her like on some racist shit, bro. Like the whole setup just looked like trailer park trash, bro. Like she laying in the bed and they talking to her crazy and shit. And it happened like, huh? She black though, right? Yeah, but she be trying to like denounce her black side or some shit.
Yeah, like she just said a lot of shit that made it like, hey, that bitch is not part of our culture.
Yeah, she like really be trying to denounce her black part. Like I think her dad is half black or some shit like that.
Man, that bitch black, boy.
Yeah, she black, but she be trying to like denounce that shit a little bit. I forgot what happened. Who died last year? There was a big death, bro. Somebody died, and
she trying to say, yeah, I know where.
huh?
You talking about when she tried to like clean her little image?
Well, it wasn't even that somebody. Somebody passed away around the time it was time for motherfuckers to try to put a cancel move on her. I forgot what it was that happened, and it like it like made everybody forget.
Juice World or Nipsey or somebody.
I think it was Kobe, bro. Was it Kobe?
Yeah, it could have been Kobe.
It could have been Kobe. Somebody, last year that video came. George Floyd. It was George Floyd. Yeah. George Floyd saved when he died. It saved that hoe. Because everybody was finna get ready to fire her ass up.
Doge Cat?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The only thing I know about her, I like the bitch first video, the Tiger. She was thick as hell. She was showing them cheeks.
Yeah.
Like the bitch,
that bitch is a whore. Bro, she was literally on the fucking video letting these white boys yell out like kind of racial shit to her, and she was kind of like playing into it. And then she ended up they said she had some other little shit that came out, bro. Like that hoe is like one of them bro, she the type of bitch that
they say she had a song that was racist towards black people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. She was putting out that energy, even on that tiny chat. She and that hoe with some little dirty ass, nerdy looking white boys, and they on there like, it looked like, bro, she looked like the type of bitch that'll let a group of white boys piss on her.
Piss all over, like on the porno.
Yeah, she looked like she do hardcore porn with white boys. Niggas probably, spit on her and shit, put their feet in her mouth.
Yeah. Hey, look, but see, you know what? That's why it's fucked up in the culture right now, Big Al. We don't really get all our sisters is talking about slutty shit. It's like ain't no real like. That's the fucking misconception, man. They think women. They think real niggas want a bitch that's out here slutty as fuck with a big old fake ass and fake hips and all of this shit. Like they don't know we like natural sisters, man.
Facts.
We like women that's sweet and nurturing. We want a bitch that's gonna be good to us and fucking hold us down. And you get what I'm saying? Like that it's a misconception, bro. And they think that all of us want that stupid shit, bro. And that's why more chicks like motherfucking Rhapsody. What's her name? Rhapsody.
Mm-hmm.
Rap chicks like her Che Noir. There's one called Che Noir, CHENOIR. She from New York and shit, bro. She be spitting some real. You know what I'm saying? Just like on some now a whole different type of vibe, bro. Like all I like women, bro, they gotta be selling pussy, you know what I'm saying? And they gotta have millions of dollars to fuck with them. That's all they represent.
That's what they selling right now, man. Fuck a nigga, fuck the nigga, finesse the nigga. Basically, and you know, that nigga No Jumper brought that up in that Cat Stacks interview. Like basically these females are rapping prostitutes now. And it's crazy because like Cat Stack said, most of these females is not living like that.
Exactly.
They not living like that for real.
She ain't like girls after that whole career she had talking about dyking.
You say what?
When Nicki came out after 10 years of dyking in her music, she was like, she don't really fuck with girls like that. This hoe got married and all to a nigga and all kind of shit. Like, come on.
For real. Had a baby and everything. Congratulations on the baby though. But
because the chicks want to try to be like niggas now. You feel back in the day when Pac said, "Man, you got to make music for the women because the niggas gonna follow what the women like."
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the total opposite. Now we in the day where the women gonna follow what the niggas like. Women want to be like niggas. They listen to Lil Durk back in blood. Females in Chicago, where I'm from, nigga, they riding around listening to drill music. They not on some lady shit, Mary J. Blige and riding around.
That's how it was down here.
Yeah, it's like that out here too now, man.
Yeah, but they ain't on no Kelly Price shit no more. That shit is over with it, man. That's no more they riding around shit.
I'm a one man. That shit is over with, bro. They listen to drill music.
Dope dealing music. I heard some females listening to Babyface Ray. I was like, what the fuck?
Bro, they want to dress like niggas. They ride around with their guns like niggas. They can see they got more guns than these niggas got, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we live.
Matter of fact, that's what I saw, nigga. Babyface Ray had a show on Lil York, nigga. That hoe was full of bitches. And I was happy for that nigga because I'm a big fan. And I've been listening to that nigga for a long time. But I was like, bro, that nigga hoes is listening to Babyface Ray. Like, this nigga here that made it, for one. But for two, it's like, dog, this nigga talks about like 3 or 4 specific things. And I'm like, and these hoes is riding to this shit. Like, Vez the truth, yeah. I like all of Detroit niggas.
Icewell, my nigga. I fuck with Icewell, Vez.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, who else? YNJ. I like YNJ a lot, man.
I like V's.
I was listening to that Kodak expeditiously today. I just realized at the beginning when he talking, he says I'm in Detroit, and that's why that beat sound like a Detroit beat to me, dog. I was like, why does the beat sound like a Detroit beat?
Oh yeah, he was out there fucking with them niggas. He was fucking with Drago and Bino.
Yeah, he was like, man, I'm up here in Detroit right now, man.
Yeah.
I ain't kissed that the first.
That nigga Kodak the truth.
Kodak trying to get back in this groove. I watched his little new video earlier. I say, yeah, Kodak trying to get back in this groove.
Yeah.
I see what he on. He got his little circle of homies around him. He got like 4, 5 niggas that he fucking with them. His little homies, his little circle. He's sticking with them, and that's what he has for him. And that's what's up, bro. That's what he need to do. Stick with your little homies, your circle that you fucking with. They got his brother away from around his ass. If you notice, you don't see his brother nowhere near around his ass. So keep that nigga away.
Yeah.
It's just bad, you know. It is what it is for the business. So Kodak doing his own. I fuck with Kodak though, bro.
Somebody earlier asked about Kevin Samuels. I like what Kevin Samuels doing, man, because we need somebody to be direct and forward, man. It's everything. These women need to be told the truth. Sometimes I feel like some of these women are trolling with the shit they call in there and say. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like,
that's it's crazy, but that's how they really think.
It's like, I'm like, how does a female come in here in mid-30s with 2 kids and talk about she wants a high value man with a good career and all this money and da-da-da. And I'm like, with no kids? Like, do you know how selfish and confused you sound?
He probably got chicks calling in there just to get engagements. If he's smart, that's what I would do. Even if I can't have no chicks that like me to call in, I have fake calls coming in for engagements, man.
I think them females be really calling in on that shit, bro, because I be looking.
He be having 25,000 people watching live.
Yeah, it'd be that too. And then you got and then the thing is that give them females away is because Kevin Samuels is kind of like a rude nigga. Like, they be getting in arguments and he gonna cut their ass off.
Because it's hard to get females to hear the truth about what's wrong with them, bro. That's hard, bro.
Yeah.
To get them to be engaged, nigga, and just to really be accountable and hear the shit about them that's wrong and not hang up and just fucking stay there. I don't know what type of women this nigga got.
Cause they see like the nigga, bro. They I'm gonna tell you what they intrigued by. He said it himself. They intrigued by his following. They figure, okay, he got this following, he got the answers, and because he has this following, when I get on here and talk to him, no matter what he say, I'm gonna listen because I know a lot of people here, and not only that, I want to prove my point to this nigga. Because I feel like he got the answers. But, man, the game needs a Kevin Samuels, dog. The game really missing one of them type of niggas. Because now we got niggas trying to create the lane like Justin LeBoy out here promoting simping and sinning.
That nigga promoting his simp ass.
It's like it's other niggas now doing it. You know, Justin LeBoy did it. and it was kind of like, okay, you the number one nigga with that shit. That's a lane of entertainment. I will never send a bitch $1,500 or $2,500 or none of that shit. You can check my resume. You won't find a bitch that'll say that Aunt sent her $1,500 just cause. Never. You won't find that bitch, and that's just what that is. So like, that when I see that, I'm like, okay, he created a lane for himself. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Nigga that ran up a bag, became a popping personality. I gotta salute the hustle. But now it's other niggas out here who trying to follow that blueprint and just come with their version of it. And I'm like, nah, bro. We don't need two of y'all in here, or three, or four, or five. We got one. Let Justin LaBoy have that lane. He came up with it. You other niggas, y'all just gonna have to figure it out. But that ain't what this shit finna be, bro. I'm a completely against that simp shit. I'm anti-simp, nigga.
And I don't even think that's real with him, though, to be real, big guy. I think he just pandering to them females so he can get on.
Facts.
Exactly what it is. I don't even
Exactly what it is, bro.
That he really is true deeply down, bro, because he's not no nigga that's sitting up there, bro, that, you know, just to be honest, bro, the nigga got his jewelry on, his swag up. You ain't no nigga that gotta pay for no pussy. Yeah. He's a nigga that can go in the club and knock a bitch down the cold.
Shit, he got clout anyways now. He really ain't gotta pay for pussy.
Exactly, bro. So I think all he doing, that's this new, it's really reverse psychology. He's really pandering to these chicks, making them think he's a champion them, but really, bitch, I'm playing against you. All I'm doing is fucking showing you, I'm holding your face up to the crowd to let them see how stupid you are. I'm really not pandering to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm pandering against you. Yeah. And that's his reverse psychology, bro. I bet people
know what they want to hear already.
Can't no nigga like him be trying to simp on this level. This have to be a nigga that's maybe 500 pounds, can't get no pussy. Like, nigga, stop it. You're not simping on this level. You was working out with Kevin Durant. Did you hear the nigga's story? The nigga already said he a basketball player, bro. He's playing overseas. He was working out with Kevin Durant, the one put him on. Yeah. KD is his homie. That's his best friend. Yeah. He helped Kevin Durant get back to the NBA, bro. Helped him rehab and all that shit. Yeah. So I already see the nigga angle. Your angle is KD put you on. He got you in the place with the right people. You had a relationship with Puffy, son. Boom, you found your lane, bro. You started pandering on Twitter. It worked for you. Boom, there go your platform. You know what I'm saying? That's all. He interviewed the City Girls, Chris Brown, Boosie. All that was about chicks, bro. We can go down the whole line, bro. It's sweet. Everybody he interviewed, it was about pandering to women. And he found his lane. Yeah. And to the average thinker, hey, he probably going to be a woman hater and all this shit. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like I see your hustle, my nigga. I see what you doing, boy. you smart, nigga. You out here working. I see you, baby. Yeah. I see you, man.
Shit show. Hey, man, we going to be back in a couple days, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Oh, the Floyd Mayweather shit. Let me read that report before we go, man. I had that in the title. Let me read that before we go. It says, Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul have recently been in the news after Mayweather and Logan's brother Jake got into an altercation. Now Mayweather has reportedly filed a $120 million lawsuit against Pac Entertainment Worldwide after they failed to pay back $30 million to the boxer in March of 2021. Pac reportedly promised Mayweather that they would use their connections to help with hosting the Mayweather versus Paul fight in Dubai. Along with that, they promised to pay Mayweather $120 million. Because Pac missed the first payment of $30 million, a clause was triggered that allowed Mayweather Promotions to end the deal. Floyd and his team had to rush to set up another fight date, eventually moving the fight to Miami on June 6, 2021. Mayweather Promotions is suing Pac for breach of contract and is asking for $122 million in damages.
They won't be awarded that shit.
Nah.
Might as well.
Gotta go for the gusto.
Man, speaking of language, this is a little sidebar. Y'all seen what his daughter put on there? As far as something about her being single, bro,
I thought that was funny because the nigga young boy just put that bed talking about he want to be like with the girl that he having a new baby with. Like, yeah, she probably caught feeling like, oh, fuck the nigga, man. Let me let everybody know I'm single now.
She said she was single?
Yeah, she went out her way to post that shit. I'm outside, I'm single. She said shoot your shots. Like, told niggas.
See, that type of stuff can't be happening, bro. I just feel like women, you can't get emotional on social media like that. I don't know what her and young boy going through. That's really their personal issue. I just don't think that's a good look towards even. I just feel like you gotta have a level of respect for your kid.
This girl almost killed the girl behind that nigga.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He writing letters from prison talking about when he get home, he just want to be with this other girl and live life with her and have the baby in the same house with him growing up.
Queen Bitch 82 was good.
You know that shit.
Shout out to Philly. Yeah.
She couldn't handle that shit.
They'll work it out, though. They'll work it out. Young boy case, man. I don't know what's gonna go on with that. It's looking like it's gonna be a plea deal in that situation. Cause they really gunning for that nigga.
What's the charge?
Gun charge. He not posted. Niggas with gun charges right now.
I'm just saying, Fabio got that case though.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna tell you all the niggas with gun charges right now. You got Fabio Foreign, NBA young boy, that nigga 30 deep grimy out of St. Louis, Lil TJ, A Boogie with the hoodie. I think that nigga Glock 9 out of Florida caught a gun case. Who else, man? Chef G out of Brooklyn. Yeah, Chef G out of Brooklyn. YFN Lucci, but his shit, it got murder tied to his shit too. Yeah, that's a little different.
They not playing with the East Coast. They done showed the East Coast, man. We ain't fucking around.
Yeah, if you a rapper on that East Coast, nigga, you better stay the fuck out their way.
But our laws way different. You know, but where I'm from, bro, our laws is totally different than the East. Niggas, the feds ain't just snatching niggas too. Like they snatching niggas on the East Coast, bro. Like you a Casanova, like rapper after. Look at our rappers, bro. Ain't none of them got snatched by the feds ever.
Yeah, Casanova, man, it ain't looking good for that nigga either.
Name a drill rapper since the inception of drill who's been snatched by the feds in Chicago. Name one.
Yeah.
You can't name one.
You ain't lying.
Period, bro. The feds not here like that. They're not here like they in New York. In New York, that is the capital of America as far as business and finance. They're not gonna let them get to where they're gonna start taking over and turn this to a baby Chicago. Nah, we're not gonna do that. People try to follow Chicago, but they don't understand our politics. You can get away with murder here, man. You may get away with some shit here that you may not get away with in your city that you in. While you follow Chicago, you trying to be like Chicago. Your laws ain't the same as Chicago. You don't get your ass lost, you know.
For real. But yeah, man, we tapped in, y'all. Y'all tap in, y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button on y'all way out, man. Shout out to my guy Gooch. Shout out to everybody tapped in, all my political partners. We'll be back in a couple days, man. Some good news pop out. Y'all stay engaging like this, man. I appreciate the motherfucking support for sure. What's up? All right, G, I'm gonna get with you. All right.